And a good afternoon, everybody. Dick Harlan speaking to you from Brownfield, campus of Valparaiso University, where today it's the Valparaiso Crusaders against the Aces of Evansville in Pioneer Football League action. And with us is Valparaiso head coach Tom Horn. Another tough loss last week, Coach, to Drake. Still haven't won a ball game at home, but something tells me today's the day.
Well, we're hoping to today. We're 3-0 on the road and 0-3 at home, which is kind of a strange twist. But our players have talked about protecting our own home turf in our backyard here, and they've been talking about it all week. So we're hoping to change that fortune for us today.
Your defense had been the problem early in the year, but I thought last week, especially in the second half against Drake, it really grew up. Today you're without Tim Risen. That's got to give you a problem, though.
Yeah, Timmy's, of course, obviously a great linebacker against the run. Scott Lasky will be playing there today. Scott would have played a lot more than Timmy anyway today. Not that I want to downplay Timmy's injury. Timmy's done for the season. He got scoped yesterday. It's a 4-week rehab, which means the season's over for him. But Scotty, with a lot of the passing that Evansville does, the most in our league, and Scott Lasky would have played a lot at linebacker anyway.
These two teams like to get the ball in the air. We all know what Nick Browder can do when he's on, and you got good receivers. Eric Fish, though, is a guy who really throws it a lot, and Evansville hasn't been able to run the ball much. So I guess we're going to see a lot of passes today.
Yeah, we were hoping for like a tornado or something to come through here, because we're one of the top teams in the league, us and Dayton, in rushing, and they're last in rushing. So those kind of days, depending upon rushing attacks, have been to our favor. But Fish does a great job of throwing. He's a senior. He's a pre-med major, very smart quarterback, and they do a great job of throwing the football, especially in a short, controlled passing game.
They've had a little problem on defense this year, just the same as you are at times, but overall have been pretty good.
Yeah, their defense is much better than last year's, and last year's was a little bit shaky. They recruit a lot more team speed. They've got some good speed at running back as well and wide receiver now, which they hadn't had in the past couple of years. But defensively, we played well last week. We only gave 5 first downs in the second half, and all of them were on that one drive that Drake had. So we just dug a little bit of a hole of ourselves in the first half, and then came back and just couldn't quite pull it out in the end.
Well, Coach, let's hope to get off to a good start today, and just got a good feeling about this one. I think we're going to win this one and finally get a home victory.
Well, I think we have some better athletes than they do, and we expect to win today.
Okay. Good luck, Coach.
Okay, thanks, Dick.
Coach Tom Horn of the Valparaiso Crusaders. Bill Cook joins us in just a moment. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
For the collector, for the fan, for birthday gifts, anniversaries, Christmas gifts, or any special occasion, it's the Foul Ball. Larry and Kathy Astrologies invite you to visit. Whether your sport is football, baseball, basketball, or hockey, the Foul Ball has cards, memorabilia, and unique gift ideas. Remember, the Foul Ball, 51 Jefferson, Valparaiso.
Yamaha makes a 4-wheel drive ATV for everybody. Well, almost everybody. But with the most versatile line of 4-wheel drive ATVs to choose from, you'll find a rugged, reliable Yamaha made for you. It figures he'd pick the big bear.
And back we are, everybody. Dick Harlan, Bill Cook with us as we get ready for this afternoon's ball game. The Valparaiso Crusaders and the Aces of Evansville. Both teams come in with records of 3 wins and 3 losses on the year. It is Parents' Day here at Valparaiso University, and a lot of the parents are on hand who maybe aren't able to travel to every ball game. And a lot of them are here on hand today to be saluted for their participation and allowing their sons to play football here at Valparaiso University. You see them leaving the field now. They were all lined up here on the sideline as the Michigan City High School marching band goes through their preliminary pregame ceremonies as we're just a little bit away from the start of today's college football game. Today's game is presented by the Sports Shop, the Foul Ball, South Lake Dodge Nissan, R.W. Baird & Company, Valparaiso Physicians and Surgery Clinic, Brill Ford, University Book Center, Co-op Car Care, Buck Suzuki and Yamaha, Valparaiso Orthopedic Clinic, Tudor Fashion Floors, Job Placement Services, Take One Video, Downtown Valparaiso Business Association, Indiana 105, Advertising, Marketing, and Promotions, and Porter Memorial Hospital. Valparaiso Crusaders come in 3-3 on the year. They've won 3 on the road. They have lost 3 at home. Coach Bill Cook, that's not the way it usually works.
That's not the way it's supposed to work, but sometimes it does work that way, especially for that homecoming game. That's the one game you want to win when all the alumni are down here, because that's the one they always remember.
Well, the Crusaders last week against Drake in the game that we had a chance to win that ball game, but it just came up empty. But you got to look at the second half and the defense. The defense, I think, grew up a little bit in the second half of that ball game last week.
Yeah, in the first half, the offensive line for Drake was blowing us off the line. We came out the second half, and I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden we were winning the line of scrimmage and took most of that running game away from them right now, which they're so powerful on. The defensive coordinator and the team have to be very pleased with themselves with their second half performance. And if it can continue today, we should have a victory.
Well, you predicted a victory last week against Evansville. I told Tom Horn this is going to be your first one when we did the pregame interview. Let's see if we know anything about this game.
Well, I really feel that the game is going to be a toss-up, though. I think the two teams are fairly evenly matched as far as personnel are concerned, although our rushing game is far superior to theirs, and their passing game is superior to ours. Their quarterback today Eric Fish can be going for two school records today, and almost surely should occur today.
Well, you mentioned the passing. This is the top 2 teams in the conference in passing. Evansville is throwing for 224 yards a game. Valparaiso 175 yards a game. The difference in the ball game offensively is rushing. Valparaiso is averaging over 204 yards a game. Evansville is last in the conference, just 84 yards a game on the ground. So you know they're going to want to put the football up in the air, and Valparaiso has shown some susceptibility to teams that can pass the ball well.
That's right, because we haven't been able to maintain a good pass rush, and it's as simple as that. The same was with the Chicago Bears, which I've always fallen back to. The reason why that secondary is, they touted as being one of the best secondaries in pro football, is vulnerable because you can't get a good pass rush on them. So the difference for us today is I think we're going to blitz a little more than we have in the past and try to put pressure on this quarterback. He's not a scrambler. He wants to stay in the pocket and throw the football, and he doesn't like to be hit, which most quarterbacks don't. There's nothing unusual about that, but some have a more propensity to it than others. And I think we're going to try to put more pressure on him, try to get him on his back a little more often. Of course, that's the key to any good, successful pass defense.
Tim Risen has had a super year at linebacker for the Crusaders. He's out for the season now with the anterior cruciate ligament in his knee. We saw him go off last week against Drake. He will not be back. Puts a lot of pressure on Scott Latsky, who has been playing a lot as a backup for all the linebackers, but now it's become his job.
That's right. Well, Scott is a good linebacker. He's a first-string caliber in most ball clubs with it. So we're not taking a big dip by starting with Scott. We might be going down in our next linebacker, the depth as suitable as Scott Latsky coming into the ball game.
Well, Latsky gave you a lot of flexibility. He could go in at any of the positions. Now he's going to have to play with them, and as you mentioned, that challenges your depth a little bit, and we'll just have to see. Some of the other kids are going to have to pick it up. But I think the Crusaders are going to have a big day today, and it's time for them to win a game here at home. And next week it's Dayton over at Dayton, so if they're going to win one, now's the time to get some momentum.
The only bad news that I heard about it so far is that Ozzie won't be starting that tailback today. He's got a minor injury that he hasn't been able to practice almost all week. He will be doing our kickoff and punt returns immediately, but Darren Rodriguez will be starting that tailback today. And I guess Bobek, who came back last week to play some, will be starting that fullback.
Well, we're not sure about that one. We've gotten both names on the starting lineups we got, but Bobek and Cracknell are going to share the position anyway, so you're going to see them both in there. So we'll just wait and see when they line them up. Evansville will receive to start the ball game. Going deep for the Aces, Eric Fish, number 10, standing down at, it can't be 10, that's got to be 40. 40 is Brian Jenkins, and number 34, that is Jared Carnes. The two starting running backs are going to be back to receive the kickoff. From Valparaiso's Cameron Hatton, number 91, as we're ready to get this one underway. Valparaiso and Evansville. Should be a good one, so sit back and relax and enjoy this one as the Crusaders try to get their first home win of the year after losing 3. They've won 3 on the road, lost 3 at home, and they need to get up on the plus side here.
Yep.
And I'm not sure what we're waiting for here, but the officials are looking to the sideline for some reason. Guess it's better than having a meeting.
Always trying to get the cameraman back.
Okay.
One of the big keys in officials is always try to get both sidelines back at the start of the ball game to try to keep the people off there so they can move up and down there. And it's always been a fruitless battle.
Yeah, it never works. There's the kick, and it's going toward the sideline and out of bounds at about the 12. So Evansville will get it up at the 35-yard line if they so choose. And normally you do.
Yeah,
so that's the way it's going to be. First and 10 for the Aces. They used to be called the Purple Aces. Now they're the Aces. They still wear purple. I don't get it.
I don't either.
But at any rate, the Evansville Aces.
I don't see where that has any social significance.
I don't either. Yeah, there's going to be protests at the World Series tonight. Of course, this is a Saturday game, even though you're seeing it on Tuesday or Wednesday. But at any rate, here we go. First and 10, Evansville at the 35-yard line. They have one of their leading receivers, Chris Druin, out of the ball game also. Number 16 in there is Tim Roberts out wide to the left side. Fish gives it off on the right side to number 34. That's Jared Carnes, the fullback. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, lost a yard on the play. Harrington in there, and also I believe Culp might have been in on the bottom of that pile.
That's probably their token run to establish the rushing game, which he needs for passing. I don't think we'll see too much of that today with him throwing the football the way he does.
Well, they average about 84 yards a game, so they don't throw it very well, and they don't throw it or don't run it very well, and they don't run it very often. Out wide to the left side here is 27. That's Mike Woodward.
Both of their backs are freshmen, a fullback and a tailback.
High formation as Fish goes back and fakes, now rolls left under a lot of pressure. Gets away. There's a hold going to be called as the
We also got him for a loss.
Number 94, Wrench, the John Wrench, who's been playing that defensive end, was obviously held as he was ready to make a sack, and they just took him down.
Penalty.
They're going to call it a clip.
Well, that's a 15-yarder, though.
Crusaders may not take it because they threw Fish for another loss all the way back at the 37-yard or the 31-yard line, 32-yard line, a loss of 2. They've turned it down. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, good call. Especially a team that throws the ball and can make a big gain in one play and get that first down for you. You're better off taking the downs away from you than the penalty right now.
95, John Harrington. 60, Matt Culp. 90, Eric Miller. 94, John Wrench across that front defensive wall for the Valparaiso Crusaders as Fish shuts him down. He's got one back behind him this time. Everybody else trips out wide right. Now in motion to the near side comes Livers. Fish goes straight back, wants to throw. He's under some pressure. Fires. It's incomplete down low as he tried to get it to number 16, Tim Roberts. So it's 3 and out for Evansville to start the ball game. A good defensive series for the Crusaders.
Well, so far in the first series, it looks encouraging for Valpo on that fact that we got in there quick and we were able to put some pressure on the quarterback. We're not giving them all day to throw the football.
Back in punt formation is Andy Shahan, a 5'11", 175-pound sophomore. Low kick. Just got it off into the wind. Ball starts to back up, bounces at about the 38 and inside, which is where Valparaiso will take it first down and 10.
Oh, I thought we had a block there that time. I still go back.
Got to lay out.
Principle. That's right. You got to
3 yards in front of him.
You got to attack the point out in front of that, man. We're going in there heads up. That ball could have been blocked again.
First and 10, Valparaiso at the 39-yard line. So the Crusaders have it for the first time. Nick Browder at quarterback. Wide to the right is Heinrich. Wide to the left is Tolbert. We have Rodriguez and Cracknell in the backfield, the I formation. Jackson, the tight end. Gives it off to Rodriguez, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes. A loss of a yard on the play.
All right, the key people we've got to watch for them on defense is their one active linebacker, number 25, Adam Brogenschmidt. He's all over the football field. And their other one is James Duncan, the safety. Understand we're going to try to formation.
6'4", 230-pound safety.
That's right.
Can he stick you or not? Huh? High formation. Browner goes back, fakes to Cracknell, keeps it on the option, gets it around the end. Now pitches it to Rodriguez. Got some room at the 40.
Keep it going.
Inside the 40 and out of bounds. Well, they're going to mark it right at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 22 yards on the play, and Nick ran the option to perfection that time.
Well, if we were going to conserve the clock, that would have been a good thing to run out of bounds, but I think if we had cut back inside, he could have had a couple more yards.
Across the front line for the Crusaders, Kevin McHale, 70, 79, Michael Beebe, 63, Eric Rodbro, 67, Evans Fitzgerald, 69, Mark Elijah. The tight end is 81. That's Darrell Jackson. Browner sets him down. The I formation. Nate Bobeck in at fullback. They give it on the pitch to Rodriguez around the left side, and this time he is caught and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. They played off the block of Michael Torwood out there and got him behind the line at about the 41-yard line.
Well, we've got the ball into the hands of the tailback in the first two plays so far.
First three now.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because we can keep that going. It might open up for Nick to be carrying the ball up inside right away.
12:44 to go in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. First drive of the game for the Crusaders. Wide to the right side goes Tolbert. Heinrich is the slot on the right. Bobeck and Rodriguez behind Nick Browner. Comes on the option. A quick pitch to Rodriguez. Round the corner. Caught and dropped. Nice play out there defensively by number 3, James Duncan, the safety we were talking about. Right. A 6'4", 230-pounder. It's like having another linebacker out there.
He's probably bigger than most of our linebackers that we have right now. Outstanding ball player. They got to try to formation him and try to get him to the opposite side of the field.
Well, Rodriguez has had it on every play so far, Coach.
Yes.
That's kind of a surprise.
Yeah, especially since we haven't been able to do that when Ozzie was at tailback.
Third down at 11 at the 41 for the Crusaders. Let's see if Nick will go up top here. Goes straight back, wants to throw.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, underneath the middle screen to Tolbert as he was coming on the counter, and nobody had picked him up. It was wide open here on the right side if Nick had got him the football.
But once again, on the screen, we got too much pressure on the quarterback. I know that sounds silly when you're saying on the screen. But too many mistakes, the mistakes that are made on the screen pass, that the lineman let your man come through immediately. He can't come through untouched. You've got to stop him, stop the initial contact, and then the influence will come on in on a rush. Because if they're right in his face, nobody can still get that ball off. If you got the hands up, you're throwing a short pass anyway. And
the kick goes out of bounds, right off the side of his foot and straight out. That's going to be like a 5-yard punt, if that much. It's going to be a 1-yard punt. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They're going to spot it at the 39. That's a 2-yard punt.
That knocks the average down. Off the side of the foot.
Well, they gave it at the F39, we'll call it. First down and 10. Not a good punt. Tried to angle it to the sideline, went right off the side of the foot and out of bounds.
Right, he was trying to get exactly, I was going to say, looked like he was trying to kick that ball out down on the sideline out of the coffin corner and then catch it at all.
Crusaders defensively. Latsky fakes a blitz, then backs out of it now in motion to the near side comes Livers. Fish fakes, now rolls right.
To the strong side.
Wants to throw, he's got a man open, he missed him. Throw it into the ground, and he had him open out there, one of the big tight ends, number 89.
He had plenty of time to throw that football, too.
That is Kukla from, I believe he's from LaPorte, isn't he? Played last year over there for the
freshman.
Second and 10.
They used the old boot action that time, and we had no contain on him whatsoever. He had plenty of time to throw that football. If that would have been our boy, he'd probably been looking for green grass and running.
Mike Woodward, number 27, into the ball game. He's down here at the near side for the Aces as Fish has the I formation.
There's the pitch outside, and he's got to contain.
Jenkins got some room. He's at the 45 and out to the 46, maybe the 47, where Josh Birding finally brings him down.
Well, that's what hurt us again. We were coming in on a blitz. Saul Shahid was coming in on a safety blitz, hit up inside, and our outside man didn't get to the outside and keep the contain, so it was wide open out there.
Picked up of 8, make it third down and 2 at the 30 or 47-yard line for the Aces. Wideouts to both sides. Slot on the left side is Livers. Outside him is Roberts. Now Livers goes in motion, comes back. Fish goes out, gives it on the draw, straight ahead, nothing there. Number 90 right in the hole is Eric Miller, and he dumped him as Carnes came on the draw play, and there just was no hole.
Nothing at all. They took it away from him, solid in there. So I can see why they've been ineffective with the running game right now. Well, that's what happens sometimes, too, with a passing team that throws the ball most of the time. Your offensive linemen get into a set where they're stepping back and moving their feet and block. Then all of a sudden they try to come out and jam ahead and initiate a running game. It's very difficult to do. You get in one mindset. So that's not unusual for a team that throws the ball as much as they do.
Well, the punt, again, got tangled up in the wind, and Onsey wasn't able to return it. It's going to be down at the 26-yard line, and that's where the Crusaders are going to have it. First down and 10. Well, the Crusaders ran the ball predominantly on their first series with the wind behind them. Let's see if they'll go up top here on series number 2. Crowder comes back in to join the huddle. No score in the ball game, 10:22 to go in the first quarter.
That's been usual in our options so far. It looked like we've come out and got the ball into the tailback's hands every time. We haven't run the fullback up inside yet.
Cracknell at fullback, and there it
go.
goes. And he is
Maybe that's the reason why.
brought back as he got maybe a yard out of it out to about the 27.
Not because of the lack of what our fullbacks running, but perhaps that's why they're stacked up inside to take the inside away.
Well, there wasn't any hole there for him to run through, that's for sure.
Nothing at all.
Care who you are, you need a hole to get you started anyway.
That's right. Well, that's one of those things, try to keep you honest, that we will give it to the fullback occasionally. Now you can go back outside.
Wide to the left side is Heinrich. Wide to the right side, Tolbert. The I formation, Cracknell and Rodriguez behind Crowder. Nick goes back, fires it out here. He's got Jackson on the tight end drag. It's ripped out of his hands.
No,
they're going to say he was down at about the 32-yard line.
Down.
Pick up a 5 on the play from Darrell Jackson. I was watching the tape of the game last week, Coach, and that catch he made down here at about the 15-yard line when there was nobody within 10 yards of him, and you sit there and you lost by a touchdown. He stays on his feet on that one, and he maybe scores.
That's right.
But you never know.
Well, I like to see that, though. We don't try to get it all in one play. Instead of being 3rd and 10, we got a 3rd and 5, much more opportunity to complete your third down play.
Third down. There's the pitch to the outside to Rodriguez. Caught in the backfield, and down he goes. Coming up quickly was number 13. That's Mark Thomas, the linebacker, and he was the one that messed that play up.
Yeah, they were coming with 6 people that time to either take the pass or the option away with penetration in the backfield immediately.
Loss of 3 on the play. It's 4th and 7. And the Crusaders going to have to kick it away again. Well, Kevin Jennings did not kick it well the last time. Let's see if he can get into one here with the wind behind him.
They keep coming with the third down on a blitz like that. That's a good opportunity to run a quick fullback trap up the middle.
There's a good kick that time. That time he got it to sail a little bit. It's going to land at about the 30 and go out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. A much better kick that time for Kevin Jennings.
Too bad we couldn't have got a kick forward on that, baby. That would have been that ball could have really went.
Now it's going to be marked just short of the 30-yard line, and that's where Evansville will take it over with 8:23 to go. Neither team's offenses have done anything here early in the ball game. It's kind of surprising since you got two of the better overall offenses in this league.
Right.
Fish shuts them down. Double wideouts to both sides.
I'm encouraged with our defense so far. This is our best opening series we've had in any home ball game so far.
Goes on the pitch to Carnes. There's nothing there. Now they get it back to Fish.
And he don't want
that's
it.
not going to work.
No way. When we get back in the huddle, Fish is going to be saying, what in the world are you doing?
Ever throw that
you
ball
don't
back
throw
here.
it back to me here. I'm a passer, not a runner.
I'm the quarterback. I give it to you. You take the hit. Don't you ever throw it here.
That's right. That's a
loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 12.
Well, we don't want that.
No, well.
All right, here we go.
Get a guy like Browder, he probably relished that because he likes to run it anyway. But this guy don't run the football at all.
No way.
Be like pitching it back to Marino. 2nd down and 12. At the 28, Fish goes straight back, wants to throw, stands in, fires it out. Here's got a man open. He's got him at about the 35-yard line. That's number 40, Jenkins. Picks up about 7 on the play, his first completion of the afternoon. And it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Crossing pattern from the men coming across, clear out from the side down here, and the man comes crossing underneath him. Get below him. Good job.
Jenkins, a 5'8", 160-pound freshman for the Aces. Roberts to the right. Livers to the left. Split backs. Now Livers goes in motion. Fish goes straight back. He's got some pressure from the outside. Fires it out here. He's got his man.
Got the first down, too.
And a first down.
Good hit.
Big hit that time put on Roberts.
Good thing he had the first down. He would have had it from the hit. It knocked him forward about 3 yards.
Out to about the 46-yard line, pickup of 11 and a first down, the first one of the ball game for the Aces of Evansville.
Yeah, that's right.
Fish brings him
now
up.
We're back.
Helton, Latsky, and Burning are the linebackers for the Crusaders.
There we are. Oh,
there's a screen out to the outside to Jenkins, and he breaks a tackle,
he breaks
another.
Tackles.
Still on his feet, down to the 39-yard line.
Good run by
Brian
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
We got 2 people down on the ground. Look at this.
15-yard pickup on the play, another first down for the Aces, and Valparaiso has Burning.
Burning's down.
Is that Sazzone over there?
I can't see it.
Not sure either. Let's see. I see Shaheed, so it's not him.
Short little flare pass out to the side with just a quick screen action, but he broke about 4 tackles going down there, and we've got 2 players down on the field.
It's not a Nick Moe, and it could be. We won't speculate. You can see him laying on his back there. Burning is up about 5 yards further, and he's laying on his knees, leaned forward on his face. So we're going to have a timeout. We'll take a break. Timeout on the field with 6:23 to go in the first quarter. There's no score. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
The legendary comfort of Birkenstock shoes begins with the original Birkenstock contoured footbed to ensure proper support, a firm walking surface to improve circulation and reduce fatigue. The Birkenstock toe bars encourage the natural gripping motion of your feet, and the deep heel cups absorb shock and stabilize heels. Whether you work in a hospital, laboratory, or restaurant, Birkenstock has the footwear designed to alleviate discomfort, stress, and fatigue associated with walking or standing on hard surfaces. Birkenstock, the original comfort shoe, available at the Sports Shop, Valparaiso. You're invited to visit beautiful downtown Valparaiso. In downtown Valparaiso, you'll find an assortment of unique shops and businesses. Everything from fine restaurants to quality men's and women's clothing. From distinctive gifts to gourmet delis. From antiques to convenient banking. It's available in downtown Valparaiso. Have you visited downtown Valparaiso lately? If not, you'll be pleasantly surprised at all that downtown has to offer. Come see us in downtown Valparaiso. This invitation from the Downtown Valparaiso Business Association.
And back we are, and the Crusader that's on the ground is still out there, Coach, and I'm not sure who it is. Still haven't got, I don't think it's Murphy. I think I see number 1, or not Sazzone. I think I see a number 1, so I'm guessing it's Yancey or Murphy. They usually play that left corner over there. At any rate, he's still down there, and it looks like they're working in the chest area, and that's chest or neck. You don't want it to be a neck.
No. Birding has come out, and he's sitting on the sidelines over here. I still don't know what that injury was.
It looked like he was...
From his position on the field. It could have been one of those that you don't chew on TV shots. Remember that old record with...
well, now they got it, yeah, Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, yeah.
They got him standing up. There's Burning sitting on the sideline, and it looks like might be a wrist with him, a wrist or a shoulder. It's hard to tell. That he was holding that arm as he came off.
Well, he's got a shoulder injury.
And it's Andre Murphy. Andre Murphy is the guy that was down, and he's up on his feet. I would guess had his bell rung, and Rob Moore out there, a Hall of Fame trainer, and Andre's not walking very straight. I got a feeling he He's not sure what town he's in right now.
Well, he just ordered a chocolate ice cream bar, and that cart's not out there.
Well, it happens. That's the part of the game. He comes up and he'll hit you. And Andre is not afraid to put his head in there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 Evansville. Meanwhile, at the 39-yard line, Murphy is a 5'11", 194-pound sophomore corner for the Crusaders. Fish sets him down at the 39-yard line. Livers goes in motion. Gives it back to Carnes, and he'll spin to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Latsky and 93, Adam Solvinsky are able to make the tackle.
Big penetration early in there by John Wrench, that freshman defensive end. It'll make him cut up inside quickly.
Got about a yard out of it, so make it 2nd down and 9.
Who's our newer linebacker in there?
Well, let's see, we got 46.
Brian Hardy.
Brian Hardy, yeah. Fish sets him down, goes straight back, gives it on a draw. He's got some room. That is 21, Sal Petrie. And Sal Petrie is a good running back. You remember him last year. He's from Newburgh, Indiana, Castle High School against Portage in the state championship game last year. Had a big afternoon. He picks up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 6 as Sal Petrie picks up 3 on his first carry. Evansville, a very, very young football team, Coach. They got a lot of freshmen out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Was a good shot that time. I thought it looked like he had first down yardage, and we made a good play from behind and bring him down for a 4-yard gain.
3rd down and 6. Sal Petrie goes in motion. Fish goes back, stands in, fires it out here. It's caught. Nope, dropped. They say incomplete by Kukla. So that's going to make it a 4th down and 6 at the 35. Let's see what Evansville will come up with here.
No argument from the
Well, somebody is down now for Evansville. It's a hard-hitting game early. And it seems like when it's cold like this, Coach, those hits hurt just a little bit more. That's Carnes, the fullback, Jacob Carnes, a 6'1", 215-pound freshman. Into the ball game for the Crusaders comes Ronnie Sazzone.
As you said before, they've got 3 freshmen at least starting on the offensive unit, and about 4 freshmen or 5 starting on their defensive
Well,
unit.
their 2 running backs are freshmen. Their tight ends are freshmen. Let's see, defensively, they got B.J. Smith, number 91, a tackle. And they got Shane Ricketts, a linebacker. Mark Thomas, a linebacker. And Jermaine Wolfolk. So they got 4 on each side that are freshmen.
Yeah.
That's 8 starters out of 22. That's a pretty big number. Well, we got an injury timeout. We'll take a break. 4:36 to go in the first quarter. No score on the ball game. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
In Germany, comparative advertising is prohibited. For instance, you're not allowed to say one car can outcorner another car, or that one car rides quieter than another car, or that one car is faster than another car. But hey, this is America. The Nissan Maxima.
Indiana 105.
You don't think I notice all the nights I spend alone? Throw me up and got to leave. Yeah.
Indiana 105.
Even the hottest fighter pilot can't face this enemy alone. Become an Air Force physician. Aim high, Air Force.
Well, they're going to go for it. 4th down and 6 at the 35-yard line. Fish sets them down. Livers goes in motion to the far side. Goes straight back. Wants to throw. Under a lot of pressure. Gets out now. Fires it out. Here's got his man and a first down. He got it to Roberts. So Roberts makes the catch just far enough for the first down at the 27-yard line. A pickup of 8. 1st and 10 Evansville.
we had some pressure on it, and I'm impressed with Fish because he was scrambling when he made that completion too. He was scrambling to his right and hit a receiver coming back across the field. Good job.
Goes back, hands off, straight ahead to the running back Jenkins that time, and Jenkins will get maybe a yard out of it. Well, it's obvious, Coach, they only use the run to set up their pass. They're going nowhere with this running game so far.
Yeah, the running game hasn't accomplished anything but try to keep us honest from the all-out blitz every play.
Well, they average 84 yards a game on the ground, and that's not good at any level. But they average 224 throwing the football, and that's
right.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Wide to the left is Livers. Roberts out wide to the right, split backs. Straight back goes Fish under a lot of pressure this time, and he's caught and dropped, and down he goes. Matt Culp reached out and grabbed him by the jersey and spun him around.
Chris Helton was in on that play too. Came in from the outside and kept the pressure on. See, by keeping contained that time, as I said before, he allowed the inside pressure in order to bring him down because he couldn't step out of it right away.
Loss of 8 makes it 3rd and 16.
Contain is so important to a defense. I know I keep harping on it all the time, but
Well, if you turn it back to the middle, you got help.
You let 11 football players play that way.
Yep. That's the whole key. You got to get them back where you got a lot of people in your color jerseys. 3rd and 16. At the 33 as Fish goes straight back. Pressure from Harrington. Now fires it out here to the left.
Oh,
it is caught and
drop.
dropped. Oh, what an attempt by Livers.
Yes.
Almost got it over Ronnie Sazzone and almost made a great catch.
Went right over the top. Actually caught the ball, and then coming down, he dropped it.
That's going to be 4th down 16 at the 33, and apparently going to kick it away this time is Andy Shahan, a 5'11". Well, the last time they were here, Coach, they went for it on 4th down. Why wouldn't they this time?
Because this time it's 4th and 15.
I suppose. Well, I don't know that you can gain all that. Well, that short
there's a
snap.
fake punt.
They're going to fake
Oh,
it,
and we
and
got
a
a
penalty against
Yes.
Valparaiso. Maybe but that probably is only a 5-yarder. Nope, illegal procedure against Evansville. So that destroys that. I bet they kick it now. So now it's 4th down, about 21. And Shahan goes back in front formation again. The up man is number 3. That's Duncan, that safety we were talking about. And I think they'll get it back to Shahan this time, and they do. There's the kick, a short kick.
For out of bounds.
Got a bounce. Goes off
out of
the
bounds
back, I
about the
believe, of one of the Evansville players did it, up at about the 10. Goes out of bounds at the 7, and that's where Valparaiso's going to have it. So he got what he wanted out of it. He's pinned the Crusaders back inside the 10-yard line.
That's right. That's a good call there.
Yeah, they called it hit. It hit number 41 on the back, and so that ball's dead at the 10 instead of the 7. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're down here, that 3 yards means a lot.
Would we signal for a fair catch here?
I don't think so. Probably should have.
I was going to say we should have. It could have been interference with the opportunity to catch the ball.
Well, 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line for the Crusaders, 90 yards away. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. No score. Nick Browner sets them down.
Oh, now we're
going back, wants to throw, fires it out here to Jackson, the tight ends. Got him up near the 15-yard line. So for the second time today, they go to Darrell Jackson underneath.
Yeah, we cleared it out with Mike Tolbert coming down the sideline over here, and Jackson come underneath. That's the second time he's had it. Both times he was wide open, and both times the ball was thrown exactly where it needed to be.
Up to the 15-yard line where it's 2nd down and 5 for the Crusaders. Both teams 3-3 on the year. Crusaders 1-2 in the conference. Evansville 0-3. They have not won a conference game. Up to Tolbert.
Nice
He's got
job.
it at the 30 up to the 35-yard line. Nick Pines, Michael Tolbert pick up a 20 on the play and a 1st down. The second 1st down of the game for the Crusaders.
Nice reception by Tolbert. I thought the defensive half had him by the waist before the catch was completed. I was surprised the flag didn't go down with it, although we probably would have taken the completion at any rate.
Michael
But,
caught it at any rate, and
that's
so it's
right.
first and 10.
But I'm
Young
trying to-
out as a flanker here on the left side. Ozzie in the ball game. Wyatt Tolbert and Heinrich also wideouts. Nate Boback at fullback. Browder goes back on the draw, keeps it, and gets a couple of yards up to about the 38 or 9.
Well, there's
Pick up
We
3,
came out
second
now.
and 7.
deep in our territory. We come out effectively with 2 pass plays in a row to pull us out of the hole.
50 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Best looking drive for the Crusaders so far today. Going on right now. Boback and Young behind Browder in the I formation as
This could be the
Nick
last
goes
play
back
of the
there.
quarter.
He goes
Little
that,
screen
there's that
pass.
little
Oh, there
screen
we
to
are.
Tolbert, wide open.
Coming out, say,
He's
oh,
to the 50,
set
the
up that
45,
block. Yes, set
needs
up
a
that
block.
block.
To the
Good
outside,
job.
to the
And
30,
the
the
50.
20. Going to be caught
All
out of
right.
bounds at about the 13-yard line.
Yes, all right.
And there are no flags.
Evan Fitzgerald was downfield, and he was using that as a blocker down there, and Evan did a good job. He didn't throw the block. He kept his feet. And our back did an excellent job of setting up the block by cutting back in and cutting back out on it. Of course, in the process of doing it, we allowed to be said to be catching it behind, but it still got us probably an extra 15 yards.
48-yard
job.
pickup on the play. That's that flanker screen. They tried to run earlier, and Nick didn't make a good throw. That time he made a good throw into a crowd, and it was wide open here on the right side.
And we didn't allow that pressure to be in his face before he had an opportunity to throw the football.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line for the
We
Crusaders.
may not get this off before a quarter. Up there
That'll
we
be the
are.
last play of the quarter. There's the
There
pitch
it
to
is.
Ozzie to the outside of the 10. Ozzie steps out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Pick up a 4, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. The score after 1, the Valparaiso Crusaders, nothing. The Evansville Aces, nothing. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
Willard Scott here at the Mohawk brand Excellence Showroom. Let me show you something really neat. One of these is an ordinary carpet. The other is a DuPont Stainmaster with a revolutionary backing system called Spill Block. Now watch this. Voila! The Stainmaster carpet with Spill Block helps keep spills from soaking through. This means cleanup is a lot easier, and it helps reduce odors. Stainmaster carpet with Spill Block is available at Mohawk brand Excellence Showrooms.
Tudor Fashion Floors, Valparaiso. Short-handed due to vacations, family leave, sickness, then your solution is Job Placement Services. JPS takes the guesswork out of employee selection. Applicants go through 3 steps before they are recommended to you. A detailed application starts the process, then an intensive personal interview, skills testing, and evaluation. Finally, all references are checked so you only see qualified applicants who fit your requirements. For short-term, temporary, or long-term permanent employees, call Job Placement Services, 462-7894.
We can get a first down.
Back we go. We start the second quarter. The Crusaders second and 6 to 10.
Yeah.
By far their best-looking drive of the day.
Well, we started on the 7-yard line. If we can put this ball in, it'd be a 93-yard drive. That'd be very effective.
Yeah, you take those most of the time, wouldn't you? Browder goes back, looks left, wants to throw, fires
in
it
the
for the end
corner.
zone
Oh,
for
that's gonna be
Heinrich,
out.
and a flag goes down. And
Oh, that
it's
means
too
it's
far
gotta be
for
a hole.
Henrik anyway.
That means we got to have an interference on Heinrich trying to take off there. See, we put that ball up in the air early. If the guy was hitting him when that ball was in the air, we got an interference.
It's going to be against Heinrich. How about that?
Oh, it's called offensive interference. He pushed off.
Offensive pass interference. So apparently the officials say Scott pushed off as he tried to go behind him.
That's right.
And so that's going to cost the Crusaders.
You don't see that call too often.
No, not very often. And every receiver I know pushes.
Yeah.
Michael Irvin's making a pretty good living pushing
Living off of it.
Had to put it all the way back at the 30-yard line. Make that 25-yard line, 15-yard penalty. It's going to be second and 21.
Well, we know we're going to be throwing the football right now.
Dark, overcast, cool afternoon, 25-yard line, second and 21. Crusaders can get a first down inside the 5. Dick goes back under a lot of pressure, fires the screen out here intended for Bolbeck, but he was under tremendous pressure from Mark Thomas coming off the left side. Looked like he came in untouched.
He come in untouched. I just don't. You can't do that on a screen pass. You've got to stop these people all initially, and you can't let somebody come through. Because the whole thing about a screen pass is to make sure make it look like you're going to throw that pass. You got to have time to set that up. Nobody can come untouched with it.
Third down, 21. Tolbert comes to the left. Henry comes to the left. Ozzie Young and Nate Bobick, the running backs, they're split. Browder goes back in the shotgun this time. Now Young comes in motion. Browder comes to the left and in trouble again, and is going to go down. Tremendous pressure put on by Evansville, 78. Rodney Arnold got the sack. But Thomas, Brugenschmidt, and Ricketts were all there.
That was a blitz on by their nickelback, Mark Thomas. He was right in on him. And he had contained from both sides in his face immediately.
Loss of 13 on the play. That'll put it back into 38, where it's going to be 4th down and 34. And you don't even get a field goal opportunity here, Coach. You're going to have to kick it away.
After being on the 10-yard line, that's what you call a disaster series.
So Kevin Jennings back in punt formation. There's the snap and the kick. Flag goes down. He angles it to the sideline. Going to bounce at the 20 and out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, but there's a flag down on both sides. Somebody probably released too early. Let's see.
Yep. I see Peterson, our
legal procedure against the Crusaders. And see what Evansville will decide. They will have the ball at the 18, or they'll have them kick it again. I would imagine they'd have them kick it again.
Kick it again. This is a series where we've done nothing but go backwards.
Well, there was a great drive. They went from their own 10, got it down to the other 10, and then things just
disintegrated.
Disintegrated. I mean, that was the word. Back at the 43 now, it's going to be 4th and 39. You got any 4th and 39 plays in your pocket up here?
Yeah, punt.
This is the kind where the kids used to look to the sideline. The coach was gone. You couldn't even find him. He was hiding behind somebody. I don't have a play for this. Snap is low, but Jennings gets it off, and it's a short kick. Got a good bounce. 20. It's going to be picked up, and down he goes. Sal Petrie took a chance.
Yeah, we got down to 18 anyway.
And got it back to the 18, so it's right where it's going to be the last time. So that's where Evansville will take it over. First down and 10. Still no score in the ball game with 13:56 to go.
Well, that all started with the penalty on our receiver on that first play in the pass. That started us going backwards, and we just kept going that way.
I thought we were going to have a high-scoring game today, Coach, even though it's cool out here and the wind's blowing a little bit. But right now, the defenses have dominated.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, but like you say, both defenses have been playing good football.
First and 10 at the 18 for Evansville. Eric Fish at quarterback. He rolls right, wants to throw. He's got pressure. Now gets out of there, takes it to the 20-yard line where number 90, Eric Miller, makes the tackle. So he's going to pick up about 2.
Well, as I said earlier, one of the keys in the ball game was we put some pressure on Fish. And we've been able to do that so far. When we're forced him to run, we know we got pressure on him because he's a good scrambler and can throw the ball on the run. And running for him is a definitely last resort.
Andre Murphy's back in the ball game, Coach. I didn't know that we'd see Andre again today. Got his bell rung.
Back in too.
Well, that's good since Rison is already out for the year.
That's right.
Livers did not know the snap count or something. He wanted to go in and ask his quarterback. Now his quarterback says we go in motion. Fish goes back, wants to throw. He's got pressure.
You've got pressure.
He fires it out here and knocked away. Great defense by the Crusaders. 93. Adam Solvinsky was putting the pressure on. And then number 3, Ike Enigmo, knocked it away.
Good job.
That's what you guys want to see on that sideline, didn't it? A lot of pressure, and then the defense comes up aggressive.
The defense coming up and hit hard. Well, we've been doing exactly. we're doing different things. We're doing a little more blitz, a little more changing up, a little corner blitz, a little linebacker blitz. It's been very effective so far.
3rd down and 8 at the 20. 13 minutes to go in the first half. No score in the ball game.
Here we go again.
Fish going
Soft
back.
guy,
Here
heat on
comes
the
the
blitz.
pressure. Fires it out here. And Kukla a little bit behind him.
Ooh. Incomplete pass, he called it.
It goes incomplete.
I thought we might have had a fumble there.
An all-out blitz that time from the Crusaders, and Fish was lucky just to get that one off.
That's right.
So it's going to be 4th and 8 at the 20-yard line, and the Aces are going to have to kick it away again.
Ike was on a blitz right up the middle that time, too. Got pressure on him.
Ozzie Young will be standing at about the 45-yard line. There's the kick. Nice sailing kick.
Good job. Okay, time to
Ozzie's
return.
going to take it. Dropped it, fumbled it, and has to dive on it at about the 46. I think Ozzie saw an opening. He fought to the right sideline, and he started to go before he caught it. But he was able to get back on it, and that's where the Crusaders will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line, still looking for their first score today. Neither team been able to get it on the board.
Ozzie's going to stay in the tailback right now. But that's what happens at the time. People don't realize how important it is to practice every day. You got to keep the skills. You got to keep doing the things that you need to do, and it makes a difference. It takes a little of the edge away.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line for the Crusaders. Crowder sets him in the I formation. Goes straight back. Pumps. Now fires deep. He's got Heinrich open. Too far. Scott had gotten behind everybody in the pass, just a little bit overthrown. Looked like the defender might have held him up just a little bit as he went around him, but he was wide open.
No call. He hung it up in the air, too. It was a pretty well thrown pass. He had an opportunity to run underneath it.
2nd down and 10 at the 46 for the Crusaders. Pretty good crowd on hand considering the weather today, but it's Parents' Day, so a lot of the parents who cannot come each and every week because of travel time and distance here today. A good turnout of parents for the Crusaders. Browder back, wants that screen again for Bobek, and it's incomplete, and Browder is leveled by Thomas. I tell you what, Coach, Thomas is coming in a hurry on just about every play. Somebody's going to have to figure out how to pick him up.
That's right. Well, and even on that screen, I'm getting tired of saying it right now, but I'm getting tired of saying it. How do you think Nick feels? He's
true.
sitting back there. He's walking.
Somebody hit somebody
He's
up
looking
there.
him right in the face, and he's saying, "Where's this guy coming from?"
Well, he's coming from the left linebacker, left outside.
Put a smack on him.
He lines up again just outside that end on the left side. Browder back in shotgun. Somebody moved too soon. That was Tolbert.
Oh, there we are, wide open.
Tolbert's wide open, but it's coming back.
Oh.
It's coming back. Michael Tolbert moved too soon. I saw it myself, I believe, that he took off a count too soon. Yep. Yeah, I can see it. Illegal motion. Michael Tolbert took off a count soon.
I'm almost glad Mike fell after catching the ball. I hate to see him run in the end zone and coming back.
Yeah.
It's tough enough from where he was.
The Crusaders have been their own worst enemy today so far. There's another penalty. Their last drive, they got it to the 10-yard line and then had a offensive pass interference, an incompleted pass, a sack, an illegal procedure, and a punt. After having a tremendous drive getting it down there, they'd driven it from the other 10. This time they are going to be 3rd down and 15 now, back at the 41-yard line. And again, Nick had the long pass to Tolbert. Michael had moved to just about a count soon.
It's the old saying that defensively, just keep them contained. Don't let them have the big play and let them make enough mistakes offensively to stop yourself. And we have done that so far.
Yep. 3rd down and 15. Again, the shotgun for Browder. There's the snap. Come on to the blitz. Nick is, he is hit, and down he goes. Number 43, Shane Ricketts. Right up the middle. The blitz finally got there. They were picking him up pretty well, but they just had too many men.
Yeah, Nick stayed in the pocket as well he had to do that time, and I thought for a minute he stepped back up and they were going to go thing, but then that blitz the late one came right up the middle and hit him hard in the chest.
Loss of 10 on the play. It's going to be 4th down, 25. And Jennings on. He's going to be kicking into that wind again. There's the kick. End over end this time. Bounces at the 40, at the 35, and the 30, and he's going to pick it up, and down he goes. I'll tell you what, this guy's got some guts. Josh Miller, a 6 foot, 170-pound senior. There's no way he should have fielded that one.
No, and I thought we could have had a penalty on that one, too. The defensive man was shoving our first man down the field, had him in the back, and was shoving him from behind.
First and 10, Evansville at the 29 with 11:37 to go in the first half. Neither team able to get anything going offensively here early in the ball game. Fish sets him down. He's got 4 receivers out wide left. Now he brings Jenkins in motion. No running backs behind him. I think this might be a pass. Stands in, fires it out here. He's got Roberts. Roberts at the 35, spins to the outside, and then out of bounds he goes at the 40-yard line. Pick up 11 and a first down.
I thought that was at the 39. Well, the ball's right there anyway. That was a little flare out to the side, come back into the sideline. I think they're going to have to do more of those if they want to be effective, more of the 3-step drop and the 5-step drop, because we've been effective in getting pressure on him this ball game in that 5-stepper. So he's going to have to do more in a 3-step range and get it off quickly.
First and 10, just short of the 40-yard line for the Aces. He's got a couple of running backs behind him this time, wideouts to both sides. Fish, a quick pitch to the outside to Jenkins, trying to get around the corner, and he fights his way down to about the 36 or 7-yard line. Or make that the 43 or 4-yard line. 43, they're going to mark it. Pick up of about 4.
That might have been their biggest rushing game of the ball game so far.
Yeah, they got 8 once.
Did they? Okay.
Hard to believe. Well, yeah, you know, we're making fun of their rushing game. The Crusaders have 2 yards so far
that's
rushing.
Right.
So.
Yeah, both teams have been a very effective defense in stopping the rushing game.
Second down and 6. Fish fires it out here to Roberts. Got him again, and it's going to be short of the first down, up near midfield.
There he was with the 3-step drop and the receiver going down and coming back to the football again.
Third and less than a yard. Roberts now with 4 catches in the ball game.
Oh, here's an interest.
Well, they're going to measure it. It looks like it's short to me. I thought you had to be up there a lot closer than that, but they're going to measure anyway to see how short. And he is short. Just inches.
Well, I don't know if we got a quarterback sneak or fullback up the gut here, but we're going to... The gutty call here would be
throw it.
Fake, with a good
Bart
play
Starr
action.
used to do it.
Yeah, with good play action fake and throw that ball.
Of course, he had some pretty good guys playing with him. Third down and less than a yard for the Aces at just across the 39, or just across the 49-yard line.
Makes your play action much more effective when you're running somebody like Jimmy Taylor. If
Yeah,
they
it
can
does.
sub Jimmy Taylor up in there first.
Salpetri to the left, Livers to the right. Azevedo, the only setback behind
Yeah, we're
Fish.
up in there tight. See the good thing on the pass right now? Look at, we're up in here. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
All right, come on.
Livers in motion.
Get some penetration. We're backing off. Long count. They're trying to draw us offside.
And Fish has got the first down across the 50.
Okay. That's still the best call. Something like that when you got a matter of inches.
So it's going to be first and 10.
Well, he went with the long call, tried to draw us off sides. And that didn't work, but the quarterback sneak, which is short yardage play, you don't have any change in football, no chance of losing the ball. We haven't had many turnovers in this ball game. In fact, I don't recall of any.
I don't think we've had any. We've had a lot of penalties
That's right.
early.
A lot of penalties.
First and 10 at the 50. For Evansville, straight back
there
at
we
Fish,
are,
a lot
right
of
on it. It's a
pressure. He
screen.
gets it out to Salpetri
Nice
on the
job.
screen. He
Oh,
breaks it
good
inside at the 45. And still on his feet, and now fumbles the
fumble the
football.
ball.
It's loose. Crusaders pick it up, and I'm not
What
sure
did they
what's
call
going
it?
on. I think they called it down, and Matt Culp, I believe, is down at the 50-yard line
Yes.
for the Crusaders. They got to give it all the way down to the 41 and pick up a 9 on the play.
Valparaiso Orthopedic Clinic has been the leader in treating sports injuries and orthopedic surgery in Northwest Indiana for over 20 years. Doctors Malater, Leland, Toma, Luker, Kruska, and Cave utilize the latest in diagnostic and surgical techniques to treat athletes and enhance their performance. Computerized tracking of injuries and outcomes helps speed the athlete's return to activity. A free sports injury assessment clinic at 8 a.m. each Saturday to local athletes. With locations in Valparaiso, Portage, and Chesterton, Valparaiso Orthopedic Clinic is your sports medicine team in Northwest Indiana. Sports Medicine Hotline 462-0700.
For one-stop savings on the full Ford line,
Check out Burrill Ford Lincoln Mercury.
with our great prices and a huge selection of new and used cars, trucks, and vans.
We've satisfied over 50,000 customers during our 31 years in business.
Burrill's commitment to customer satisfaction has earned us Ford's coveted Distinguished Achievement Award for 20 years.
And that commitment extends to our state-of-the-art body shop and our award-winning service department.
For savings, satisfaction, and service, check out Burrill Ford Lincoln Mercury.
On US 30 in Valparaiso.
Easy to find.
Tough to beat.
Like it was for 30 seconds and no whistle had blown, and you couldn't see anybody. All of a sudden, out of almost looked like a teepee of brown jerseys, this Butler guy came out of the pileup and ran something like 60 yards for a touchdown. And that ball had to be in there for a full, it seemed like 30 or 60 seconds, but it probably a full 15 seconds and nothing was blown dead. There, that pile was still moving forward and it was blown dead. I don't figure it.
Well, Culp is down across the way on his stomach. And they're working, it looks like, on the leg. It looked like a little bit above the knee, so maybe a hamstring or something like that. But yeah, they're going to roll him over. Yeah, he's grabbing the hamstring, Coach. Boy, those hurt, don't they?
They sure do.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Somebody just gave a Wisconsin score.
Oh, Northwestern's killing them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. 35-0, I think, something like that.
Oh, really?
They may be for real.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I was impressed with Wisconsin-Ohio State last week.
Well, we're going to take a break while they work on Matt Culp. Timeout with 9:48 to go in the first half. Still no score. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
Porter Memorial Hospital offers the services of experienced healthcare professionals and the most advanced medical technologies. With a comprehensive system of healthcare services and facilities, Porter Memorial Hospital is truly a leader in Northwest Indiana and a leader in healthcare.
Come on, you're gonna make us late. Hey, man, what is this with you? What's your problem? There's never a train here. Just go for it. No one's gonna see you. The light's probably broken. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Mike. Come on, chicken. Yeah!
I wish I hadn't listened to him.
Well, there you see Matt Culp coming off, and he is in definite pain, Coach. I tell you what, he grabbed the back of his leg, and that's the hamstring. And if it's a hamstring, and hopefully it's not tore, it's just pulled, but it hurts no matter which.
Yeah, that's right, it hurts. But the only thing you can do for hamstring in a long period of time is it needs a lot of rest.
Yep.
The thing about it I always worried about too much is that early on in the career you come back with somebody too soon and then they pull it and they're done for the year.
Yep.
And of course this stage in the ball game we're on the
second down and one
games left
for Evansville at the 41-yard line. Fish puts Salpetri in motion, goes straight back, wants to throw, stands in. Now steps up, is going to have the first down at the 35 and slides down there. He saw some defenders coming up and said, I don't think so.
We got a flag down there.
Now a flag goes down.
A late flag, a very late flag. He was back up walking back. There wasn't anybody hitting him, so I hope it was one of the offensive guys with a late hit.
What's going to
'Cause
be?
it certainly wasn't on the ball carrier.
Personal foul,
Personal
Valparaiso.
foul on us.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Well, that was
That'll
away
put
from
it down to the
football.
20-yard line, where it's going to be first down and 10.
I wonder where the call was, because it wasn't
didn't
at the
see it.
football.
I didn't see it, but apparently
No.
there was. Maybe they just said something instead of hitting somebody. I don't know. First and 10, Evansville at the Valparaiso 20-yard line with 9:18 to go in the first half and no score in the ball game. It's been a good, tough defensive struggle if you like defense. Livers in motion to the far side. Fish on the roll. There's a flag. Fish goes out of bounds at about the 15-yard line with a flag back where you're normally going to get a hold or a clip, some kind of a blocking situation.
That's what I was just going to say. Here he carried the ball on a direct follow-through around the end. I was say he might have more positive yards rushing this ball game than he's had all season. But we've
Holding against Evansville.
That's normally the call from back there. Well, we got something to even it up a little bit.
So that'll move it back to at least the 30. It's a spot foul, so it depends on where it came from. They got it marked at about, it's going to be to the 31. So it's going to be first down and back to the 32. First down and 22 yards to go. Well, both teams now have done the same thing when they got it down deep. Come up with the big penalties and move themselves back.
Well, I hope they can go far back as we did and take himself out of.
Yeah, Valparaiso
We did
ended
on
up
our last
fourth
series.
and 34. First and 22 at the 32-yard line. They can get a first down still down near the 10. Fish in big trouble. Gets away from Harrington. Gets away from Helton. Now fires out of bounds, and a flag goes Down. We're going to get a late hit.
Oh, going to get a late hit.
A late hit, I believe, on Helton as Fish fired it out of bounds. Harrington and Helton had a chance at him and missed him, and then Helton got up and hit him again, and it's a personal foul, roughing the passer.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's too bad. And it wasn't one of those that I'm trying to kill him. It just he was
Yeah.
up and didn't see it, and he's just going for the man. I don't know if he knew he had thrown the ball or not, because he was on the ground and got up to come back to hit him.
But unfortunately, the rules do not allow for
That's right.
not knowing.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You know. That'll put it at the 17-yard line. It's an automatic first down, and it's first down and 10 for Evansville after being back in first and 22. They're now at first and 10. 8:56 to go in the first half.
Yeah, well, that's a very unfortunate penalty, because now they're definitely in field goal territory if we can't get the score here. Well, keep the pressure on.
Fish sets him down at the 17. Goes straight back, wants to throw, looks out here, and fires it. It's knocked away. I believe it might have been Harrington or Miller. One of the two got their hand on it as Fish started to throw it and batted it away, and it's going to be second and 10.
Quick pass over there, and got the hands up just as the defensive end's supposed to do. Especially when he got a little height with him. That was interesting last week. Den for the Bears, he almost tipped one and intercepted it himself. Would have been a great start for him to come back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they're having their 25th anniversary, I guess.
You have that defensive team.
Second down and 10 at the 17. Make that the 10th year anniversary, 85.
Right.
Fish going straight back, gives it on the draw, straight down the middle, and not much there. A little bit of room for Pesavento. He'll get it down to about the 13, pick up a 4 on the play. It's going to be third down and 6.
He had a little running room that time. Made him a good play. Instead of 3rd and 10, 3rd and 5, much better opportunity of completing the first down here.
Third down, 6 yards to go at the 13-yard line. 8:20 to go in the first half. No score in the ball game. Trips out wide left. Sal Petrie, Livers, and Woodward.
We got a blitz coming from this quick side.
Fish going straight back. Wants to throw. Stands, looks, fires it out here. He's got his man at about the 5. And that's going to be a first down as he got it to Livers.
Thought for a minute we had that ball deflected again.
Well, that's just a spot pass, Coach. You throw it to a spot, and the guy's supposed to be there, and that time he was.
All right.
Leiber's first catch of the day.
He's been a favorite receiver for him, hasn't
Yep, over the year.
he? Right.
First and goal at the 5 for Evansville. Crusaders defense needs to come up with something. Handoff. Pesavino's kicked the back. Latsky's got him, and Pesavino gets it down to about the 3-yard line, picks up a couple. Where it's going to be second down and goal.
Well, Scott met him up on the line of scrimmage, but he didn't keep those feet driving. And the back did, so he still got a couple-yard gain out of the play.
Second down and goal at the 3 for Evansville. The Aces trying to get on the board. Salpetri and Pesavino in the backfield. Also number 44 in there is Markham. Give it off to Salpetri, straight ahead to the goal line. Touchdown. Salpetri in from 3 yards away, and the Evansville Aces get on the board first. With 7:03 to go in the first half.
Well, they did a good job that time. They made 2 plays in their rushing game down there where they haven't been gaining anything, and they took the ball in for a touchdown, both on rushing plays.
11-play, 71-yard drive. On to do the kicking, Vince McClure, a 6', 195-pound senior, will try the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. So there's timeout on the field with 7:03 to go in the first half. The score now, Evansville 7, Valparaiso nothing. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
At the Valparaiso Physician and Surgery Center, we're dedicated to delivering high-quality health care services. Located in Chandana Point, the Surgery Center is a high-tech and high-touch outpatient facility with an expertly trained staff. You're welcomed by the lobby's home-like setting where family members can wait. Also available, walk-in urgent care, physician offices, and occupational medicine. We do x-rays, electrocardiograms, low-dose mammography, medical laboratory, and other diagnostic tests. The Valparaiso Physician and Surgery Center and the Family Practice Network of Physicians are affiliated with St. Anthony Medical Center, Crown Point. If you're enjoying this game and you're a business person, you can become part of the action. Just call Advertising, Marketing, and Promotions for all the details on becoming a sponsor of upcoming telecasts. Your ad will be seen and heard by the large and growing audience of these local sports telecasts. Just call 477-5803 for all the information. That's 477-5803. And if you'd like a copy of tonight's telecast, Advertising, Marketing, and Promotion have them available for a small fee. Call 477-5803.
Tony Salpetri takes it in from 3 yards out, and Evansville on top, 7-0, as Valparaiso gets ready to receive the kick. Ozzie Young standing deep at about the 5. Short kick. Got a bounce, be taken by Rodriguez at the 25 to the 30. 35, still on his feet, and gets it up to about the 38-yard line, and that's where the Crusaders will put it in play, 1st and 10, pretty good field position.
Well, that's a gain of 3 yards. If he let it go out of bounds, it would have had that 35 yards. So we gained 3 yards by his fielding the football.
So 1st and 10 at the 38 for the Crusaders, trailing now 7-0 to Evansville. Both teams came into this ball game 3-3 on the year. Evansville yet to win in the Pioneer Football League. Crusaders are 1-2, and next week they travel to Dayton to take on the undefeated Dayton Flyers. 1st and 10 at the 38. Browder on the option, keeps it, it's going to get a yard.
Well, last week, Evansville lost to San Diego in a very close ball game. And I understand that actually Evansville should have won the ball game that they outplayed them. But a few breaks one way or another gave the victory to San Diego. So they're coming on and playing good football. I'm very disappointed down there in the goal line. Our linebackers have to become much more active and aggressive down there. We got to hit people and set them on their back instead of just...
Yeah, that's where you might miss a guy like Tim Risen, who really relishes coming up there quick and hitting.
Also, they ran up the middle on us, and it shows that, we got Matt Culp, who's a big defender inside there.
Browder in trouble, and down he goes. And again, now flags go down. We may get a face mask. But again, Nick under a lot of pressure, and Evansville has done a great job of putting pressure on Nick Browder.
Yes, they have. Both teams have done a good job by putting pressure on the quarterback.
Face mask. I thought that might have been it.
Okay.
So Nick loses a yard, but the face mask penalty is going to move it up. And let's see if it's the 5 or the 15. I think it's the 5-yarder.
What's your question? Evans Fitzgerald.
So it's going to be second down and 4 at the 43.
Unintentional face guard.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they determine that sometimes, but
Well, if you got a hold of it and you don't let go and you swing them to the ground, that's intentional. If you're just brushing her and coming through with it, then that's the unintentional.
6 minutes to go, the first half, 7-0 Evansville. Crusader football, Tolbert wide left. Heinrich wide to the right, the I formation with Boback and Ozzie Young behind Nick Browder. Browder gives it off to Boback. There's nothing there.
They're up there.
Again, they are coming up hurry.
Yes. They're up coming with 6 people inside. They were in the blitz that time all the way. Got no doubt about it.
Well, what do you got to do to take the pressure off in that situation?
That's sometimes a good time for play action pass.
Evansville has sold out against the pass.
That's right.
They're coming up quick on the run, so the Crusaders, you would think anyway, could throw against it, but they haven't had a lot of luck. 4 out of 8 for 78 yards, though, for Nick today so far.
Again.
I formation, Browder. Looks, fires it out here to Jackson, going to be short of the first down.
How's he going to mark that? That was close. That ball was
up to about the 47-yard line, a pickup of 4, but that's going to be a good yard short of the first down.
That's a terrible mark. But
so 4th down.
And again, I might be
in a yard.
You
think? Third catch of the day for Darrell Jackson. They haven't used the tight end that much, but today that's been wide open for him for the short passes to him. Crusaders are going to go for it. Wide to the right side is Tolbert. Slot on the right is Ozzie Young. Wide to the left is Scott Heinrich. Straight ahead, quarterback sneak. Nick's going to have it as he gets it across the 48-yard line.
That's got to be. Yes.
I don't think there's any doubt, was there?
Quick count, straight ahead. No, I don't believe so. Unless we get a mark like we did last time. No, first down. All right.
1st and 10 Crusaders, 4:20 to go in the first half.
Well, I'll tell you that their linebacker has done a good job in there. Bruggenschmidt, I bet he hits all the Oktoberfest.
1st and 10 at the 48 for the Crusaders. I'd like to go with him. Browder, quick out to Jackson. He's got him. A nice catch by Darrells. He gets it down to about the 46-yard line. He only picked up about 6 on the play. And it's going to be second down at about 4.
That's 3 or 4 catches for Darrell this ball game
4
so far.
Crusaders trying to get on the scoreboard before halftime. 3.5 minutes still to go. The trail 7-0. Second down and 4 at the 46. Straight back is Browder. Got some time and trouble. Here comes Thomas again and got him at the 50-yard line. A loss of 4.
Darrell just looked like Darrell just gave it back to him. That was his man he was blocking. That came around the block and made the tackle. So the
Mark Thomas has had a big first half.
Yeah. So they kept him in the blocks and we keep that pressure off on the outside. But he beat him the outside and came from behind and made the tackle.
3rd down and 8 at the 50 for the Crusaders. Bob Cracknell back in at fullback for the Crusaders. He'll be the lone running back there with Nick Browder. Browder rolls left. Big pressure from the backside. He throws it the other way with a tight end screen. Jackson's got a first down at the 40. 35 to the 33. Well, he made up for it.
All right, well executed play that time.
Thomas is going to keep coming in from over there, Coach. Take advantage of him. They
That's right.
did that time. They let him come and threw the screen right back at him.
Threw right back at him. And then Daryl Jackson. Daryl hits and then bounces back to the outside off there with it and makes a play. And he must have done a good job on the hit that time, too, because he wasn't in his face immediately.
So 1st and 10 Crusaders at the 33. Nick, the eye backfield, goes straight back, now fires it off the left side, and he hits number 79 right in the back, and he can't catch it. Now flags are going down. Well, it can't be a legal man downfield because they weren't past the line of scrimmage.
We were all in the backfield that time.
Yeah. They were trying to throw that, that's what they're calling it, isn't it? Illegal receiver.
Yeah, that's what they're calling, but
It did hit 79 for the Crusaders.
Right.
That's Michael Beebe in the back.
as long as he doesn't catch it.
Jackson was right
He's not
beside
across the
him.
line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jackson was right beside him, so it's not.
Well,
okay.
all right. Yeah.
That'll put it back at 38 where it's got to be, I think it's a loss of down.
Loss
isn't it?
of down,
Second down and 15. Well, I think if we had instant replay on that one, they would reverse it because Daryl Jackson was standing right beside Michael Beebe, and they weren't downfield, so.
No.
Whatever. Second down 15 at the 38. Going to make the Crusaders have to be a little tougher. Browder goes back quickly. Swings out to Ozzie. This is a lateral. This is Young to the 40, 30. Catch back to the 25, the 20, and down to the 16-yard line. That's a rushing play. There was a lateral. They got it all the way to the 16. Make it the 17. They're going to put it a 21-yard pickup on the play for Ozzie and a first down.
I don't know what Cracknell was downfield, our fullback downfield that time. He did a good cleanup on Ozzie after he hit the ground.
They're going to spot it at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
You ask him what he was doing, he's going to say I was covering for the fumble.
Yeah. You've heard all these things before, haven't you? 1st and 10 for the Crusaders at the 18. Nick Browder. Back. He's got Tolbert. And no flag. And it looked like they grabbed his arm as he started to go up. But no call.
As he was going up, they pushed him.
Second down and 10.
No chance. He pushed him with his shoulder, not with his hands, and they didn't call it.
Minute 37 to go in the first half.
Got away with one there.
Yeah, that's... Now, I know that you guys don't, you coaches never taught that stuff.
Definitely was interfered. That's one of those things I don't think he even did it where I like.
2nd and 10 at the 18. Browder goes back. Got some time. Going to have to get rid of it. Knocked away. They're calling it a fumble. The ball is loose. Evansville picks it up, and down he goes at about the 36-yard line.
Oh, wow. Well, we've done it. If we keep them from scoring right now, maybe we've got everything out of our system this first half, all the mistakes we could possibly make to kill ourselves, because that's exactly what we've done. Of course, I give credit. Evansville has been putting a good blitz up on us and helps
They
create
got there
those
again.
mistakes.
Yep, first down and 10.
Creates those mistakes.
Well, obviously they saw something on the film that Valparaiso did not handle the blitz well, and they have come on almost every play.
That's right.
1st and 10 at the 36. Fish looks over the defense. There's the quick pitch to the outside.
Put the ball on the ground.
Not much there that time for Jenkins. Got it up to about the 40, pick up a 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Well, they're getting 4 yards at a clip right now. Or beginning, they were getting 1 and 0. So that makes a big difference in what they're doing right now. If they get that running game going a little bit like that, 3 of those, you got a first down, you got a running game going.
2nd down and 6 at the 40-yard line.
A little surprised. They have the wind at their back, and I guess he's going to let that clock tick off a little bit and then go down deep. They're up
Jenkins
here close.
comes in motion.
There we go.
Fish wants to throw. He's under pressure. Caught and dropped. Helton is there along with Eric Miller. They put him down at about the
gonna call a
38-yard
timeout?
line, a loss of a couple.
Well, we're not going to try to stop the clock. Oh, there, we're signaling timeout now.
It's going to be
10 seconds
3rd and
already
8.
Gone by. We've got it now. Well, we've got
28
the timeout.
seconds left in the first half. We'll keep it here. Crusaders trailing at 7-0, and well, the Crusaders coach have had 2 good drives in this ball game, and both times they have self-destructed.
That's right. Exactly. And we started with penalties in each case on ourselves. One of them a very shaky penalty that's not called very often with the receiver pushing off.
Well, the Crusaders have offensively just not been able to get in the end zone here in this first half, but they defensively played pretty well against Eric Fish. I have him unofficially 8 out of 15 for 74 yards, and that's a little bit below average day for him, but he has not dominated the game like you're afraid a passer like him can do.
No, and we've had him running the football, which he doesn't want to do, so as far as that part of it's concerned, we've got to keep that up. Do the same job on them because we don't want to get them a lot of time to throw that football.
Well, they've run it 18 times and passed it 15 times. That's unusual for them.
That's right.
It's usually like 25-10.
Yeah, we're making our own mistakes here right now. That's what's killed us more than anything.
3rd down and 8. Roberts goes wide to the right. Livers wide to the left for Evansville. As Fish barks out the signals. Quick pitch to Jenkins. Makes a nice catch around the corner, and he's going to get a yard, maybe 2, and that's all. So the Crusaders played it pretty well.
You can see the difference in Evansville right now with that score on the board. They're doing a better job blocking right now. Even that time they made 3 yards on that play. And the pitch was thrown behind the back. He had to wait on it before he got going again. Those kind of things shouldn't be.
Well, honestly, got to get a chance to run one back. Maybe he can break one and get the momentum going the Crusaders' way. There's a kick, high kick.
We've got somebody down there deep.
Ozzie calls fair catch and makes it at about the 26 or 27-yard line. So Crusaders are going to get one more shot if they want it with 18 seconds to go in the first half, trailing 7-0. Crusaders have had 2 long drives. They've gotten to the 10 and to the 18. In both cases, they have just things have gone crazy on them.
We've got penalties and we got thrown for losses.
Got blown up.
We weren't even in field goal territory on 4th down with an opportunity to put ourselves
well, we
on
had
the
a
scoreboard.
4th down and 39 at one point.
That's right.
On that first drive where they got it to the 10 and ended up back at the 43.
If that's not self-destruct, I don't know what is.
Well, they had 2 penalties and a sack. And that Browder back in the shotgun, and now let's see. One of the officials calls a timeout for something, wants to talk to the referee.
Well, we're probably 18 seconds left. He doesn't have to go deep on the first play. We can get off 2 or 3 plays on this series yet if we're going to.
Bob Cracknell back at fullback for him. He fires it out here for Heinrich. He's got him and out of bounds at about the 43, 44-yard line. First time he's got Scott Heinrich for 17.
And they were coming on
And
the
a first
blitz
down.
that time. 25, our big linebacker, Adam Bruggenschmidt, he was coming inside hard. But we picked him up that time. They'll be coming on the blitz. We have to be ready to pick it up and hit those things on the out of bounds. Okay, 14 seconds, 4 seconds on that play. That gives us time for 2 or 3 more plays yet.
Browder into the shotgun. Again goes back.
Quick, oh, there
Fires
is.
it out here. Heinrich's open again. He's got him at the 40 and out of bounds.
Well, we get one more of those and we can be in field goal range.
16-yard pickup that time. Nick has thrown for 138 yards here in this first half.
I'll tell you, that 10 seconds when I was saying we should be taking a timeout, and we finally took one. We let 10, 12 seconds go off that clock. Those are big seconds right now.
Right now you got 9 seconds,
That's
maybe
right.
get 2 plays off. You'd probably be looking at getting 3 or
We
4.
could have had 20. We got that timeout earlier.
Heinrich goes right. Tolbert goes left. Browder in the shotgun.
Ooh,
Goes back.
we had one offsides.
Stands in and pressure. Gets away. And down he goes.
Nick, you
Back
gotta
at about the
drop the ball.
49-yard line. And
That's the end.
that's going to do it. The first half's going to end.
That's what's worse. It kills
So the first half is over. And the Valparaiso Crusaders go to halftime trailing the Evansville Aces by the score of 7-0. The Crusaders have had some opportunities, but haven't been able to make it work. And Evansville did get one in, and at halftime the Crusaders trail 7-0. Bill and I'll be back with our halftime in just a moment. The score at halftime once again, Evansville 7, Valparaiso 0. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
The latest state-of-the-art computers, technicians trained to handle the newest advancements in automotive technology, complete car service from brakes and shocks to fuel injection and emission repairs, a service staff with over 100 years of combined experience, and all at low competitive prices. At Co-op Car Care, they can tune your engine, computer balance and rotate your tires, full tire and wheel alignment, replace your brakes, and much, much more. Whatever your car care needs, your answer is Co-op Car Care on Roosevelt Road, Valparaiso. Take One Video is not just another video store featuring over 10,000 titles. Tuesday is Senior Citizens Day. Wednesday is Ladies' Day, and Thursday, 2-for-1 Thursday. Plus, with the Take One Video punch card, you'll get a free movie every time you rent 10. Call 462-0098 to get guaranteed reservation on your favorite movies. VCR repair available. Take One Video, 6 Morgan Boulevard, Valparaiso. Just in, Pulp Fiction, Major Payne, Losing Isaiah, Kiss of Death, and Billy Madison.
And back we are. We're at halftime. It is the Evansville Aces 7, the Valparaiso University Crusaders nothing. To Carlin and Bill Cook with you as the Crusaders and Aces have slugged it out through one half of football. The Crusaders had a couple of opportunities, but were unable to come up with anything as they kind of self-destructed when they got down deep. They were down at the 10 at one point in the, actually the first play of the second quarter was 2nd and 6 at the 10. They had an offensive pass interference, and things got worse. They ended up at 4th and 39 back at the 43. And then late in the second quarter, they drove to the 18-yard line. But on a 2nd and 10, Nick was sacked for an 18-yard loss and a fumble. Evansville picked it up, and that was the last drive for the Crusaders of any significance in the first half. Evansville got the only touchdown of the half with 7:03 to go in the second quarter after an 11-play, 71-yard drive. He was Tony Salpetri, 3 yards out for the touchdown. Extra point kick, and that's where we stand at halftime, 7-0. Statistically, at halftime, first downs, Evansville has 9, Valparaiso 8. Rushing, neither team been able to run the ball very well. Evansville with 31 yards, Valparaiso a minus 25, and that has a lot to do with the sacks that came in for the Crusaders. Passing yardage in the first half, Nick Browder 10 out of 16 for 157 yards. Eric Fish 8 out of 15 for 73 yards in the first half of play. For the total offense on the day of 132 yards for the Crusaders, 104 yards for Evansville officially in the first half. Time of possession just about even. Individually for the Crusaders, rushing, Rodriguez 5 carries for 18 yards. Nick Browder 8 carries for a minus 47. A lot of those sacks, as we said. And Browder's been sacked several times in the ball game. Ozzie Young 1 carry for 4 yards they got here. Well, they gave Ozzie a catch on that one pass that was obviously a lateral. That should be a rushing, not a pass. We'll have to talk about that later. But at any rate, that's the way it is at halftime. Evansville leading rusher is Jenkins, 5 carries for 23 yards, and that's all they've been able to come up with. Passing Fish 8 out of 15 for 73 yards in the first half. Receiving-wise, Jackson 5 catches for Valparaiso for 36 yards. Tolbert and Heinrich each with 2 catches in the ball game. For the Evansville Aces, Roberts has caught 4 balls for 34 yards. Jenkins has caught a couple for 22 yards in the first half, and that's the way we stand at halftime, with the Evansville Aces leading the Valparaiso Crusaders by the score of 7-0. The Crusaders need to get something going here to start the second half. We'll be back with the second half kickoff in a moment. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
Hey, Crusader fans, for the largest selection of Valparaiso University clothing, gifts, and memorabilia, make sure you visit the all-new University Book Center next to the Ark on the campus of Valparaiso University. At the University Book Center, you'll find sweatshirts and tees, sweaters, pennants, steins, and mugs, and many other VU Crusader items. Show your support for the Crusaders with official VU selections from the University Book Center, now in their new location next door to the Ark on the campus of Valparaiso University. The University Book Center, VU's official gift and bookstore.
Of the thousands of investments available today, some of the most exciting are right here in the Midwest. Where do you get research and advice on them? Many Wall Street firms overlook these corporations. But Robert W. Baird & Company has an international reputation for research, and Baird closely tracks these and 300 other corporations, publishing their recommendations in timely research reports. For more information on what Baird Research can do for you, call Baird in Valparaiso at 464-4906. Baird. Better results from better research.
Second half about to get underway. Dick Harlan, Bill Cook with you. Brownfield, Valparaiso University, where the Crusaders trail 7-0 at halftime, Coach. And talking to somebody there at halftime, we were talking about emotion, and Valparaiso has not shown a lot of emotion in this ball game, and really not that much emotion this year, although I thought last week at the second half especially, they need to get some emotion into this ball game and come out and put a stop on Evansville early and get going.
And exactly, and I think that's what the touchdown early for Evansville in the second quarter has done for them. It's put some more fire into them, so they were running the ball at least much more effectively than they were in the first quarter, getting 4 yards at a clip. And if they continue to do that and be able to put a little rushing together, they'll get their passing game going, which we have done a good job against, really, with our rush in the first period of play.
Well,
What's really killed us is our own mistakes.
Yep. Crusaders have had problems, as we talked about. They have driven deep twice and just self-destructed when they got down there. And you got to score inside what they call that red zone, inside that 20-yard line.
That's right. You
get there, you got to put points on the board. Ready to go in the second half. Crusaders, Ozzie Young's going to stand at about the 15-yard line. As we get ready.
Short kick.
Got to be taken at the 30 and up to the 35-yard line for the Crusaders.
Too bad we didn't get our communication together that time. Ozzie was coming up to take the kick, but it was a shorter kick. But our man backing up took the ball rather than the man coming forward to take it, and
Joe Nowak, and it'll be first and 10 at the 36-yard line for the Crusaders. Well, the Crusaders, even if they don't score on this drive, Coach, they got to show some offense and got to move the ball and prove they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
That's right.
Bad news, by the way, at halftime you found out Matt Culp probably isn't going to be here
Pulled
the second
that
half.
hamstring. No probably about it. Doesn't matter. It's very doubtful whether he'll be playing.
There's the pitch behind Ozzie. Ozzie goes to pick it up, and he's in big trouble. Down he goes. All the way back at the 19-yard line.
Well,
holy mackerel.
Early penetration on that one stopped Nick, and Nick had to pitch that ball much sooner than he was ready for it. And he pitched it behind Ozzie, so we had a free ball on the ground. And when he picked it up, we lost another 6 yards before they brought him down.
Yeah, the Crusaders.
Well, that's not the way to start. We had to quit making mistakes and killing ourselves, and we start off with the very thing that we didn't want to do. That's not a good omen.
Yep. Back at the 18-yard line, 2nd and 28. Browner goes back. There's that 10. Screen to Tolbert again. He got it at the 20, 25. Cuts back to the 30, 40, and out to the 44. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Well.
A little delayed screen coming right across the middle. He blocks and just slips right across the middle. The ball is just thrown over. It's almost like what we call a shovel pass, only instead of a yard behind the line of scrimmage, it's thrown overhanded with a yard on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 at the 44-yard line. A 26-yard pickup on the play.
Okay, first down. Quarterback sneak.
Let's see, quarterback sneak.
Very close.
I don't know. A lot's going to depend on where they're going to spot it.
Yep.
Just across the 45-yard line. Didn't get much across the yard line. I don't think he got it. They're going to bring in the chain and look at it. So they'll bring the chain in and look at it.
Not a good spot, but that's what I say all the time when it's against our team, and it's a good spot if against theirs. So.
I never noticed that before.
At least I can say it now. Before that, well, it's about 6 inches short. Now it's 4th down and 6, and I think we're going to go for it. Run it again. Guy to key on this one is that 25, that big middle linebacker, Adam, for the leg. Much shorter than the big name. There he is sitting inside there.
4th down and a yard to go. Straight ahead on the quarterback sneak. He's got it this time easily.
A good surge from the interior of the offensive line that time. Much better than the first time.
All the way out to the 47-yard line,
yes,
and a first down for the Crusaders.
Yes, sir.
Crusaders are a minus 39 in rushing today, Coach.
Mike Beebe came off of there big time, and what got us that line coming back off there. What was that?
A minus 39 in rushing.
Ooh, choice.
Oh, at halftime it was minus 25, and they've gotten worse.
Yeah.
There's the pitch to the outside. He's got some room at the 45, 50 to the 45, and down to the 43-yard line.
All right.
So Ozzie picks up. Well, they moved it back to the 43. It's going to be close to a first down.
Nice blocking job out here by Mike Tobert that time. At the end on the back coming down there.
Well, they're going to say he's about a half a yard short.
Well, here's a good time. 2nd and short yardage. You're in their territory. Make the big fake up inside and come with the pass.
Heinrich and Tolbert out wide. Cracknell and Young behind Browder. Nick to Ozzie. Left side. Dives forward. He's got the first down to about the 41-yard line.
Well, we've got a Crusader down now. He's all right.
So a first down for
Mike
the Crusaders.
about.
Again, they moved the ball well, and they've done this a couple of times today and ended up with nothing out of it. Down at the 41 where it's first down and 10.
Well, maybe this time we did it reverse. We started with our big, killed ourselves on the first play back here so we don't have to do it at the other end, thinking we can score this time.
Good thought.
Good strategy on Coach Horn's part.
First to 10 at the 41. Tolbert in motion. Browder. Ozzie to the outside of the 40, and he is drugged down. Number 52 up there quickly. For Evansville is Ed Hathaway made a great play on it because it looked like Ozzie had some room.
Yeah, he come through and made a shoe. Actually, what they could made a shoestring tackle on him. That's exactly what it was.
So pick up Ozzie now 17 yards on 4 carries. Well, we're down to a minus 26 in rushing, so we picked up 13 yards since we talked.
Well, they're coming hard, and they're still coming hard that way. So we got to do the same thing that they were doing against us. We got to go to the. If we're going to throw the football, we got to go to the quick passing game, which we were effective with. That's why we got 4 passes to our tight end in the first half. There's a flare pass.
Flare
out
pass to
Ozzie.
Ozzie. Ozzie breaks a tackle. He's at the 35 and down to the 33-yard line.
Yep,
picks up 7.
There was a great job by Ozzie getting that 1-on-1 on the defensive back out there and made a nifty move and beat him to the outside to get the 8 yards. Yeah, in the open field, I hate to be a defensive back 1-on-1 with Ozzie. That's his. It's a great job. His speed is average, but his quickness is outstanding, and his athletic moves, the duck and move and fake you, are his big assets.
Well, it's going to be down to the 33-yard line, 3rd and 2. There's a lateral.
Oh, he lost his balance.
Lost his balance, kept on his feet. He's at the 30, still on his feet at the 28 and down to the there. So Ozzie picks up 5 on a first down.
There's what you'd call athletic ability. He lost his balance, was stumbling. It looked like he was going down to the ground. He managed what people have to do, managed to get his head up, so he regained his feet enough to get us the first down in there. That's what we mean by athletic ability.
First down at the 28 for the Crusaders. First down and 10. That a definite lateral is a running play, actually, in the scorebook. Or supposed to be, anyway.
Yeah.
First and 10 at the 28. Heinrich wide to the right. Tolbert wide to the left. The eye backfield. Browder goes back, pumps. He's got trouble from the backside. Coming in untouched, number 45, Eric Gardner, the outside linebacker. And again, the Crusaders didn't pick up the big blitz from the outside. A loss of 8 on the play.
We have had outside pressure from the backside. He's going to have sore shoulder blades tonight, as many times as he's got planted from the back today.
Well,
once again, now we're in the hole. So the first and 10, now we're sitting with a second and 16, 17 yards again?
Yep. Tolbert wide to the left side. Heinrich wide to the right side. The eye backfield. Browder comes back. Big time pressure. There's that inside screen again. To Tolbert. Breaks one tackle and is going to be down at the 36-yard line. That time they picked it up, Coach. It's been able to work.
Right.
But you can only go to the well so many times. You only got a yard out of it.
Well, he did an excellent job of evading some tackles, but in the course of being evaded tackles, they were able to catch him from the back end again. But they're coming. I mean, they had 8 men coming again on us that time. They're blitzing, and we've got to go to that short pass, that short quick pass, that hot receiver. We've got to pick him up and look a little bit to the outside with it now.
Well, Browder into the shotgun, stands in. He's got Heinrich. He goes long for it, and he throws it to the outside, and Heinrich can move to the inside. Well, you could see him go break open there that time, Coach, and it was just a matter of the ball went to the outside, and he moved to the inside.
Right. But on that particular play, that ball should be thrown to the outside. Had it be thrown to the inside, the defender would have been back in position. So
Nick is 13 out of 19 for 192 yards today so far. Jennings goes back in punt formation.
He's doing what we thought Fish was going to do.
But the rushing is another story.
Yes.
Angles it toward the out of bounds. It's going to bounce and go out at the 1-yard line.
Job.
What a shot from Jennings. They're going to mark it at the 2.
Well, that helps make up for that 1-yard punt we had in the first quarter.
Kevin Jennings with a great punt out of bounds at the 2-yard line. First and 10, Evansville. Well, now's the defense's time.
And that wasn't by accident either. He was aiming the ball over there. He did that was a beautiful kick.
Well, it's a lot easier to throw it there than it is to kick it there.
Yes,
I don't think
sir.
people understand that sometimes,
Yeah,
but that
right.
time he got it to work.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous job.
And they're going to move him out to the 3 they're going to give him, and that's where Evansville's going to start. First and 10 at the 3, 8:27 to go, third quarter. 7-0, Valparaiso trailing.
Well,
Fish sets him down at the 3.
Here'd be a great place for the first turnover of the ball game.
To
a bootleg outside
Fish.
here. He's wide open.
Fires it out. He's got a man wide open.
Oh,
He's got Cook with the 20, 25, 30, and out to the 32 and a flag down.
They're going to call a flag on Murphy on the blocker. He had his face mask, I think. So
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not sure either.
Looked like he might have chopped him with the arm.
Could have been.
Slapped him upside the helmet as he tried to make that tackle from the backside, I thought, Coach. But we'll see. Well, I tell you, another big penalty against the Crusaders there after a big play all the way out to the 31-yard line, a 28-yard pickup on the play, and then...
I don't imagine you can guess what happened again that time. A breakdown, and you know what? Contain. That's right. Listen to the audience.
Letting them out to the outside.
Question of the week. That's right. Let them outside and have a chance to run the ball. That end's got to play his contain spot first and let the inside people make the tackle.
Holding. Oh, holding against Evansville is the call.
The holding was on the end on Murphy.
That comes from the end. It's going to still be the first down as it goes up to the 20-yard line.
That hole.
So the hold moves it back. It's still going to be first and 10 at the 20. Jenkins trying to go around the end, and he gets it up to about the 24, maybe the 25-yard line. Well, at any rate, even with the hold, which certainly helped the Crusaders, Coach, you still let them out of that big hole you had them in down at the 3-yard line.
And what I don't like right now, here's they're establishing with the running game and getting 4 or 5 yards at a clip right now.
2nd down and 5 at the 25-yard line. Wide to the left side comes Livers, and Kukla's the slot on the left side. Split backs. Fish goes back, gives it on the draw to Jenkins. They'll make it South Petrie, and there's nothing there anyway.
Nothing
Got about
inside.
a yard, maybe. And they're spotted up at the 26-yard line, pick up a 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, another big 3rd down play for Evansville here. 7 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, 7-0, Evansville on top. Wide to the left side goes Woodward.
One set back. We're in a passing formation.
Double wides to both sides, slots on both sides. Fish is going back, wants to throw quickly, gives it to Kukla, dropped the ball. And he did catch it as he was going down. It went through his hands, and Kukla caught it as he went down. He's going to have the first down at about the 31-yard line.
Too bad he didn't fall out of bounds, because then it would have been bobbling and it wouldn't have been a possession call, but he fell in bounds.
Great.
Like I said, he dropped the ball, but he caught it on the way down.
Great concentration for Kukla, first down and 10 at the 31. Well, I saw him last year over at LaPorte. He was a pretty good player there, and he's not gotten any worse. Looks like he's a little bigger, 6'3", 180. He'll be a good player for these guys for 4 years. Livers goes in motion to the far side. Fish, Sal Petrie breaks the tackle, breaks another. Now he's got some room. It's a foot race across the 50 and down at about the, see where they're going to spot the football, the 41-yard line. A 28-yard run for Sal Petrie, and all of a sudden Evansville has taken control of this football game.
And they're taking control of it with a rushing football game, which they haven't been effective at all year. Well, we've stopped the pass, and now we're giving the run away.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is not something they do well. 84 yards on the average. Are up at 66 now. Fish brings Livers in motion. Spins, gives it off Sal Petrie straight ahead, gets it inside the 40 and down to about the 38. Picks up 3.
Deflected a minute, and I saw one of my former players behind me tap me on the shoulder.
Want to say, Coach, we'd have never let this happen.
That's right.
Another Crusader down. Well, I tell you what, this has been a tough ball game for the Crusaders from a lot of aspects. I'm not sure. I think that might, well, that's not Burning. I see Burning coming off. So Crusaders have another player down. That's 4 or 5 times today they have had an injury.
We're just coming over to talk to the coach.
They've already lost Culp for the rest of the afternoon. We'll take a break with the injury. 5:34 to go, 3rd quarter. It's Evansville 7, Valparaiso nothing. You're watching Valparaiso University football. Harrington was the injured Crusader. He comes off. Evansville back to play, gives it a straight ahead. And it was number 34, Carnes, I believe, carrying it that time. And he'll get it down to about the 36, picks up a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Now, we don't want to hear that. Harrington right now has been one of our best defensive linemen, especially in the outside and contain.
3rd down and 5 at the 36, 4:50 to go. 3rd quarter. Well, John is sitting on the bench over here talking to Rob Moore and the training staff.
But the thing right now is Evansville's possessing the football, and they're doing a lot with the rushing game. They're eating a lot of time off of that clock right now.
And this is the thing they are not supposed to be able to do.
No, that's not supposed to be doing.
One running back, Carnes, is the only guy behind Fish. As Fish sets him down, double wideouts to both sides. Goes straight back. Stands in, fires it out here for Salpetri and missed him. Good defensive play by Tim Lansky over there. And it's going to be 4th and 5.
See, they're doing just what I figured they had to do. They're going to that quick 3-step drop and throwing the ball short right now. That ball was there. That one should have been caught.
Ozzie goes back to receive the punt. He'll stand at about the 10-yard line as Shaheen gets ready to kick it away. He's kicking it into the wind, but he's got a short field.
And they faked the punt here last time, but it got stopped on a penalty.
They did it again. They give it off to Duncan.
And
he's going to have the first down, maybe.
Oh,
Ozzie comes up and puts a stick on him, and may have saved it. May have saved it. Ozzie Young came running up and put a stick on him and may have saved the first down. And looking where it doesn't look like he got there, Coach.
No, Ozzie, it was a big stick on his part. They were stopping him, and he came flying up in.
If he'd have fallen forward, he had it, and Ozzie hit him just at the perfect time to move him back. It's going to be very, very close, and this is an important measurement.
It's going to be another inches, one way or the other.
He'll stretch it out and short by half a yard. Ozzie Young saved it.
All right.
You believe that?
Yes.
Little halfback comes
Big
up
play.
there and puts a big hit, 160 pounds, hitting a 230-pounder and moved him back.
And Ozzie is hurting in the above portion of his body
Yes, he is.
now, too. That's why he didn't practice all week. That's what you call selling it out and doing the job.
But he also had a running start at it. He came from 20 yards back.
Yes, he did.
And he put a hit on him and moved him back.
out.
A big play, 1st and 10 Crusaders. Let's see if that will ignite him. Ozzie a tailback. Cracknell at the fullback. They're split now. Ozzie goes in motion. Browder in the shotgun. Goes straight back. In under pressure. Gets away. Now fires it out here incomplete.
Right.
And again, big-time pressure on Nick Browder coming from the outside.
It's from our weak side that we're coming all the time. And they're putting an extra man out there and sending them in, and we're not picking them up. And some way or another, we're going to continue to do this. We've got to know that man's coming and pick him up because he's been on Ozzie all day long.
But on Browder, too.
Oh, excuse me, on Nick. Well, I'm still thinking Ozzie from that great play he just made.
That was your kind of play, wasn't it?
That's right, it sure was.
He just came up and
Especially
busted
when
him.
the kid's hurting and he sells out his body that way.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
There we got him that time.
There's the throw to Tolbert. He
right.
got him, and Tolbert is inside the 40 and down to about the 39.
And there's all the difference. We picked up that backside man that looked like he was going to have him, and we come back and picked him up, and that was the difference in the block. Bob Cracknell, our fullback that time, slipped back over there and picked him up. That's what we got to do.
Pick up a 28 on the play. And a first down for the Crusaders.
Yes, sir. That was the key block. And that man we were talking about.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I hadn't seen that guard that just come by up there, Kenny
That was a guard?
Karjeski. Yeah, a little All-American for us.
He's little for a guard.
He's All-American, though. He was a heady ball player, smart pole trap, an outstanding ball player.
1st and 10 at the 40. Browder fires it
There
out
it is.
here. Oh!
Yes. All right.
Heinrich did a great job of coming back to play defense that time and stop the interception as Nick was blasted just as he got rid of it. Again, the pressure. Evansville has been blitzing all afternoon, and they just keep coming.
He is going to know he played a football game tomorrow morning.
He got up slow again.
Yes.
Well, you take
Nick's,
a guy that's not as mobile as he is, and he'd probably be taking more hits than he has been.
Nick is sound. Big, strong boy, thank goodness. He can take some of those hits.
He's 6'2", 184 pounds, a junior. 3:46 to go in the third quarter. 7-0 still. Evansville on top.
We're up in here coming again.
Browder.
Here,
The option. Tries to pitch. Knocked away. Ball loose. On the ground. I think Browder finally covered it up and did. He tried to pitch it out, and the defensive end slapped it down. Browder did get on it at the 44-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play.
Nick came down the line that time, and the end was playing him more as a feather technique. And he tried to pitch the ball, he knocked it down. And what he's got to do on that ball is step back up into the line of scrimmage. Make him make the step with him. Then he can make the pitch to the outside. but he just can't stay there. He's got to do something. He's got to make him make up his mind.
Make him move
Fake
somehow.
the pitch and keep the ball, or fake the step up inside and then pitch the ball. One or the other.
3rd and 14 at the 44. A big third down for the Crusaders. Browder's going back. Swings it out here to Ozzie. Ozzie trying to get around the corner, and he's caught and dropped. Great defensive play that time. Number 24 coming up there, Jermaine Wolfert.
Made the shoestring tackle on Ozzie again. His influence.
At
That's
the
a
46.
good job on Ozzie in the open field. He does a good job. He had running room, too. If it wouldn't have been there, there was a lot of running room for him to go.
Yeah, he lost 2 yards on the play. It's going to
That's
be 4th and 16.
Would have easily been a first down.
Oh, yeah. So 4th down 16. Jennings on to kick again. 2:25 to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Evansville. There's a good snap. Nice high kick. Got a bounce, out of bounds at the 5. And again, Jennings does his job.
There's 2 big kicks in a row. Excellent job.
So Jennings puts him at the 5. Now, the last time the Crusaders couldn't hold him down here. Let's see if the defense this time can keep him down here.
First
the last
play
time
from
they
the
hit him
line
with a
of
big
scrimmage.
pass.
Yes, that's right. They did a short, quick pass right over the line of scrimmage on a crossing pattern. He faked the boot, come on the outside. We didn't contain him, so we had plenty of time to let that receiver come across and catch the ball.
Contain. I've heard you mention that before, I think.
Well, I know it.
It really all starts there, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I get sick of myself saying it myself, but
So it is. The game. You let
when
teams
they're faking
get
a
to the
man
outside,
inside,
they're
the
going to beat you.
defensive end can't be thinking of stopping the ball inside. He's got to stay out here.
Yep. 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line, and now we got some kind of an official timeout. Oh, they want to They want to change the play clock. Start it over. Okay.
Actually, I sound like one of my assistant coach, Jerry Speckert, all the time. Jerry was the man on that. Contain, contain, contain. He worked on that.
Fish throws it out here. He's got his man, and he is stuck at the 1-yard line.
A little bit
Saul
more.
Shahid came up and put a hit on him.
And that was hit right on the goal line.
So Carnes
Yes.
lost 4 back at the 1-yard line. 2nd and 14. Well, one thing you got to say about the Crusaders today, they are putting some hits on.
That's right. Well, we're playing better defense than we have been playing. There's no doubt about it. We've got some rush. We got it on the passer, and
John Harrington's back in there, and that's good to see.
yes,
2nd down 14 from the 1-yard line. Carnes, Fish, got it off in time, goes back to throw, fires it out here, incomplete. Andre Murphy made a big
Good
defensive
job.
play on the slant
big
from the left
defensive play.
side.
Yes, because he had it open, and he played that ball aggressively with both hands out, going for the football. Otherwise, that could have been called an interference, but he was playing the ball all the way, and it was an excellent defensive play on the part of Andre.
3rd down and 14 at the 1.
Now, the last 2 times in there, I've seen a lot of aggressive football on our part. We got to maintain that.
3rd down 14 at the 1. A big defensive play
Big
right here for the
defensive
Crusaders if they could stop them. Kukla goes in motion. Fish straight back, gives it on the draw to Carn to Salpetre. He'll have it out to the 10. Short of the first down, and they're going to have to kick it away into the wind. A 9-yard pickup on the
scared me
play.
a little bit for a minute.
It's going to be 4th down and 5. Salpetre's had a pretty good day. 6 carries, 47 yards. That is something Evansville has not had this year. Somebody could carry the football for him.
That's right.
This kid was All-State last year. Saw him against Castle, against Portage in the state championship game, and he had a big day. Punting formation is Shahan from his end zone. Crusaders should get great field position. Taking the long count. There's a low snap, but he gets it away. Great kick into the wind. It's got a bounce at the 45 and then out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Wise move. Thank goodness it went out of bounds and didn't continue downfield for us, because that ball still had a lot of momentum going on it.
Well, he kicked that well into the wind. The wind, nothing like it was last week. Matter of fact, the flag is pretty well drooping now, so it looks like it's blowing iron at all. But 1st and 10 at the 46, and again, good field position for the Crusaders. They've had the opportunities, just haven't been able to do it.
Yep. What was good about that, too, is if we can't catch the ball, which I always say is, if you have somebody back there that can catch every punt, whether we ever return it 1 yard, you'd be way ahead. But at least he backed away from that football, because otherwise it takes one little bounce, hits you in the heel, and kicks off, and they recover it.
Yep.
Back away from it and get away from it quickly.
1st and 10 at the 46. Browder goes back into pressure, fires it under incomplete.
He got the ball off.
And again, he got hit. Number 50 in that time for Evansville. Jim Schaefer, a defensive end, 6'1", 180-pound junior. And boy, I tell you what, Browder has taken some hits today.
Yes, he has. They're spreading it around, too. They're all getting a piece of him.
Like being in the shooting gallery, as they just everybody's taking a shot at him.
He's called the top pigeon. That didn't come from the backside. That came from right up the middle.
They're going to keep blitzing like this. What about a draw? Isn't that good to play against something like this? Browder this time is going to keep it, cuts it back in the middle, and he's going to fight his way down to about the 42. Picks up about 4 on the play. He's going to be 3rd and about 6. It's one of the few positive yardages that Browder's been able to get on the ground today. Of course, most of them have been sacks where he's been.
Evansville helped us that time, give us about 3 yards when he hit us from behind.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score after 3 remains Evansville 7, Valparaiso nothing. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
The legendary comfort of Birkenstock shoes begins with the original Birkenstock contoured footbed to ensure proper support, a firm walking surface to improve circulation and reduce fatigue. The Birkenstock toe bars encourage the natural gripping motion of your feet, and the deep heel cups absorb shock and stabilize heels. Whether you work in a hospital, laboratory, or restaurant, Birkenstock has the footwear designed to alleviate discomfort, stress, and fatigue associated with walking or standing on hard surfaces. Birkenstock, the original comfort shoe, available at the Sports Shop, Valparaiso. You're invited to visit beautiful downtown Valparaiso. In downtown Valparaiso, you'll find an assortment of unique shops and businesses. Everything from fine restaurants to quality men's and women's clothing. From distinctive gifts to gourmet delis. From antiques to convenient banking. It's available in downtown Valparaiso. Have you visited downtown Valparaiso lately? If not, you'll be pleasantly surprised at all that downtown has to offer. Come see us in downtown Valparaiso. This invitation from the Downtown Valparaiso Business Association.
Ready to go into the fourth quarter. Browder's got it over the middle to Jackson. He overthrows him.
He's complaining about interference.
Well, it looked like Jackson might have been held up as he came down.
Yes,
at least
sir.
That's what he's saying. He didn't get out there real quick, at any rate, and he was wide open if he could have got behind that man. So that's going to be 4th down and 6 for the Crusaders. And it appears they're going to kick it away again as Kevin Jennings comes on.
If a frog had wings.
Well, he needs to pin another one back down there, and eventually this thing's going to work.
And we get a turnover back there.
Jennings back in punt formation again. There's a kick.
Okay.
He's going to take a bounce at the 10. Not bad. At the 11.
That time he was doing more of a, looked like he was trying to pooch kick just to put it down. He didn't get the height. He still got the effectiveness with it.
So Evansville will put it in play 1st and 10. The Crusader defense going to have to do it one more time out at the 11-yard line. Well, most of the time this year it's been the other way around. The Crusader offense is doing the job. The defense has struggled. Today it's been the other way around.
That's right. Defense is doing the job.
1st and 10 at the 11. The Evansville defense hasn't been bad.
Both defenses have been very effective today. And what we thought was going to be a high-scoring game, it's turned out to be just the opposite.
Yep. Fivers goes in motion. Fish gives it to Jenkins. Burning missed him, but then he is filled in and down he goes.
That's what we want to
now
see.
That's
look
what
over
Contain
there.
gets you in it, Coach.
That's right.
All of a sudden, a bunch of other guys
and
show
then
up.
Look what you got over there. You got 8 men at the point of attack on the football.
No gain.
That's what you call it. That's defense.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Might have lost a half a yard.
Right. Oh, that's
now, for
beautiful.
you that were tired of him talking about Contain, that's why he talks about
it. That's right. We're showing we're playing with some emotion now. We're hitting the ball. we're aggressive. All of a sudden, we've become very aggressive defensively.
Second down and 10 at the 11. Fish goes back, wants to throw, turns to his left, fires it out. Here's got his man up at about the 18-yard line. What a shot to Roberts.
He had to make a perfect pass on that because he was covered very tightly.
Pick up a 7.
Ronnie Sazzone was right on him. The ball had to be thrown right into his gut, right in there, and he did it. He threw it effective.
5th catch of the day for Roberts, but only for 42 yards.
Right.
They've been short ones, but effective. Down at the 18, a big 3rd down and 3. The Crusaders need to stop them here, get the ball back again in good field position.
Yeah, this is key.
Fish sets him. He's got Sal Petrie as the running back.
Out now.
Livers in motion to the far side.
Coming back over here. There it is.
Sal Petrie, and he's not going to get there. I'm a little surprised.
All right.
Picked up a yard.
Yes. All right.
The team that can't rush the football, Coach, why are they rushing it?
Our first series in here now have been very aggressive defense from our part. Same thing we did when we came back out, although we were playing a good defense the first half, we're playing much more aggressive defense at this point.
4th down and 2 at the 19-yard line, and back in front formation goes Shahan. Young will stand at about the 45 in his own territory. Ronnie Sazzone also back there. High kick, short. Ozzie takes it at the 48. Down he goes. A good play that time, number 50 to make the tackle. Jim Schaefer puts him down, but the Crusaders are going to have it 1st and 10 at Evansville territory at the 48.
Even effective as that was, once again, they're getting Ozzie where they need to get him in the shoestrings right now. He just caught him down there at the ankles. Otherwise, Ozzie made a move on him. I thought he was going to get away free.
1st and 10, Crusaders at the 48-yard line. Time still not a real factor yet, but you want to see. If I'm Tom Horn, I'd like to get that touchdown that gets me back in this game as early as possible. Man, you got plenty of time, 12 and a half minutes, but still.
We have not been down there knocking.
Young comes in motion. Browder rolls left.
There's the backside again.
Trouble. Got it. Thomas is coming in from that backside again and got him again, and down he goes.
Well, he's got to be the hero for them defensively.
Back at the 42, a loss of 10. 2nd and 20. Well, I don't keep track of tackles, but I would like to know how many he's had today because he's had a bunch.
That's right. And now look at another
big
12,
sack.
14-yard loss.
"12 minutes to go in the ball game." Tom Horn was not happy. I was watching Tom down on the sideline, and
not happy. I'd be.
I think he is. Browder sets him in motion, goes Young to the far side. Nick into the shotgun, rolls right. Got some time this time, fires it out here for Ozzie, and just knocked away.
Well, we had a follow-up in our pattern that time. We had 2 receivers together. Hendricks and Ozzie ended up together down there, and that's not, nobody designs a pattern to have 2 receivers at the same spot.
3rd down and 20.
Scott was coming across the field deep, and I imagine Ozzie was supposed to be running some kind of intermediate pattern and release deep.
Jody Hart comes in the ball game for the Crusaders.
Well, this is supposed to be our fastest back, Jody. Of all of them, he's supposed to have the best speed.
He goes in motion. Now Browder goes back, wants to throw, stands in, fires it over. He's got Heinrich wide open. He's got him at the 25, the 20, 15-yard line. I don't know how Scott Heinrich gets that open because he is not that fast, but he had a good 6-7 steps on the defense.
Yes, he did, and he had 3 people trying to get to him at the same time that time.
44-yard pickup.
They know as well as we do who they're going to go to. Although Tobert's had a good day again today, and he had a good day last week.
Well, the Crusaders have got to coach some good receivers. We knew that coming into the year. It took them a little while to get some of them involved. Heinrich,
all right,
3 catches, 77
what's
yards.
The key? Don't self-destruct.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Browder pitch to Hart, trying to get around the corner, caught in the backside by Thomas, and down he goes. Well, they're trying to relieve that pressure by making it quick to the outside.
Yeah, he was on him right now.
A loss of 5 on the play.
That was that nickelback again, Mark Thomas. He's playing to the outside, and he's had several of those tackles up in there right now.
This kid has he's probably had his game of his career, I would guess.
Put a crack back on him.
Well, he's only a freshman, but he's had a big day today. Tolbert goes wide to the right side. Heinrich goes wide to the left. The eye backfield. Browder lobs it for Heinrich for the end zone, incomplete.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't quite understand that right now. Heinrichs is a good receiver for us, but he's looking for that ball inside, and that's a fadeaway pass. That pass is always going to be thrown outside to the corner of the end zone, and he's got to be looking outside, not inside.
Racknell comes in, and Bobek leaves for the Valparaiso Crusaders.
Just a spot pass, you come down and fade it to the corner, and that ball's got to be thrown outside.
Well, one thing we haven't done today, Coach, I just thought about that with Cracknell because he's caught a couple of them. We haven't thrown to the fullback coming out of the backfield yet today. Might be a good play on a little delay if it gets time.
Yes.
Router in the shotgun, rolls right. Stands, fires it out here, and overthrows Tolbert. Threw that one sidearm. Didn't really take a good extension that time. And a 4th down and 15 at the 19.
Oh, he had that thing on 4th down there before that sideline, man. Before the ball hit the ground. Jeez.
So they're going to bring on Cameron Hatton and go for the field goal from the 26. It'll be a 36-yard field goal attempt.
With 4th and 14, that's a good call.
Hatton's going to try to get Valpo on the board. There's the kick. It's up.
It
is
good.
no good.
No good.
Wide to the right. It didn't come back.
Usually
so it's 10:22 to go in the ball game.
Kickers hooked that ball.
Yep.
And he aimed that for the hook, but the ball didn't hook.
It looked like it was going to be a good field goal when he kicked it, but it just stayed on the outside of the right upright. And it'll be 1st and 10, Evansville at the 20. Well, the Crusader defense being called on again. Fish.
They're going to go to the ground game right now because they've been effective to try to eat up the clock, I would imagine.
Livers,
there it is.
Sal Petrie off the left side, gets a yard or 2.
Now we're coming back to where we were before. 1-2 yards instead of the 4 or 5 yards.
Pickups 2 on the play. So that's going to be 2nd down, about 8 at the 22-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the ball game.
Who have we got back inside there playing for Culp right now?
Solvinsky,
yes.
He's the guy that has been in there anyway. Let's see if he's still in there. Nope, we got 51 in there. That is John Fry, the 6'1", 224-pounder.
Right.
Fish rolls under pressure. Harrington.
Oh, there's a clip.
Definite
come on.
hold. And John Harrington had him in his sights, and he tackled him. Number 55. Brian Woodard said, uh-oh, and tackled him.
You see the difference that time again? Harrington's out here playing contain and stops that whole play.
John Harrington had a sack in his sights, and I don't know if John's matter because he didn't get the sack or what, but 55 Woodard said, uh-oh, and just tackled him right there.
That's a clip. Where are we at the 15-yard line? That'll take it to the 7.5.
Take it to about the 7.5. So it's going to be second down at about 22.
I think you got to take him back right now.
Well, I don't know what the discussion is. It's at,
I don't either.
It's at the spot of the foul, which was the 15-yard line. So what's the problem here?
Oh.
Well, they put it to the 5. Oh, it's a hold to 10 yards. Well, it still can't go more than half the distance.
Yeah.
Can you?
I thought not.
It can't be at the 5. Well, that's where they're going to put it. I didn't think you could go over half the distance. So it's going to be 2nd and 25 from the 5. Now here's where the Crusaders need to stuff them big time.
All right. Here's the place for our turnover.
9.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 7-0 Evansville.
back set.
Fish going back, wants to throw.
Oh, he got him pressured. There he
Fires it out here, incomplete, intended for Sal Petrie.
All right. Good job, good pressure. That's right. Keep him inside. Was trying to scramble to get outside again that time, and we kept him in where everybody can play.
3rd down 25 at the 5. 9:31 to go in the ball game. 7-0.
All right, we've
Nate
got a 3rd
Bobeck
and long.
and Bob Cracknell
Not
both
gonna go
running
to-
up there, and Tom Orton's got them both.
Well,
He's
be
talking
looking
to
for
both his fullbacks there on the sideline, which is
perhaps a little screen in here right now.
3rd down 25 at the 5-yard line. Livers goes in motion. Fish to Sal Petrie, trying to get around the corner. Burning lets him go, but he's caught and dropped as he gets it out to about the 15-yard line. Josh just didn't grab him. Picked up 10, but it's going to be 4th and 15.
Well, I'm sure as the time was come out that time, make sure you've got plenty of room to kick the football. You've got a 7-0 lead, and you want to take a chance of something to happen back there on a bad snap. Instead of being in his own end zone, now he's right on the goal line. And that's a big
Ozzie at
difference.
midfield. Well, we haven't seen Ozzie had a chance to really...
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
54 jumping across there
Yeah,
for the
might have been
Crusaders.
influenced, too.
Well, the question is who did what. It's got to be against Evansville.
I think so. I thought I
They
saw
drew
that
him
center
offside.
make a move with his arm.
Illegal procedure, Evansville.
He looked like he started to want to come back on a snap and then stopped on it, and that's what threw us offsides.
Well, that puts it back at the 10.
Yes.
It's
Now
4th down and 20.
Now he will be standing inside of his end zone.
Yeah, Crusaders are going to again have it in Evansville territory, but they've spent the whole second half in Evansville territory and
Ozzie,
still
now
haven't put anything up.
Now is the time for the big one from Ozzie. Here we come. Big rush.
Oh, short kick.
Short, yeah, but it's going to go good.
Going to take a great bounce.
Great
Ozzie
bounce.
picks it up at the 45. Comes
Good
to the 50,
job,
45,
all right.
and
Oh.
slips and falls at the 40-yard line.
But a good field on that ball. That ball was going to go. If that had got by Ozzie, it'd have been down to our 20-yard line.
Well, we got a flag at the 50-yard line.
Oh, no.
I'm guessing a clip. That's
Yes.
what you're usually going to get
That's
there.
what
Or
happens. Oh.
block below the waist.
Boy, we had good field.
Oh, it's going to be a
position.
hold
Holding.
against the Crusaders. I don't know who was down there with,
Oh, and
with
at the
Ozzie.
50, that takes it way back.
That'll put it to the 40-yard line, and the Crusaders, instead of starting at the, that's a 20-yard penalty in
39.
essence,
Yes.
because instead of having it at their 20 or 40, you have it at your 40.
No, yeah. 20
So
yards.
1st and 10. 8:48. Well, time to get serious now for the Crusader offense. They need to get something up on the board.
Well, the last 2 times on first down, we lost 14 yards on the first play, and we lost 4 yards on the last time on the first play. Maybe we ought to run a quarterback sneak.
You got this figured out. You remember that stuff. don't
Jeez,
you?
I bet.
It wasn't good.
Oh, bad.
1st and 10. Browder's got him at the 40-yard line. Wideouts to both sides. Nick on
There we
the
go.
option,
Okay,
got
Nick,
some
keep
room.
it,
Comes
keep
it down to the 45 to the 47-yard line. Number 31 made the tackle on the play. That's Josh Miller. Pick up a 7, 2nd and 3.
Well, now to say that's a better first down, isn't it? Just what we needed. Now we have second and 2. That's the kind of
Crusaders
situation
still
we
are not
wanna
in the
be
plus rushing the football. Minus 35.
Well,
Unofficially
that's what the
today.
hits it.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
taken from the backside.
Been at least 6 or 8
Yes.
sacks in this ball game. They go down in college football as rushing plays. Browder. Oh, nice move at the 50. Now pitched
Now he
Ozzie
made
down
the
the
pitch.
sideline to the 40 and out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
That's the way to do it. Make the move on a man, get upfield, then look for your pitch downfield. And they kept the pitch relationship that time. That's what made it go so good.
Well, Nick made a great move at about the 50 just to get himself in the clear.
6 yards outside of him and just about 1 side out in the good pitch.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line for the Crusaders. And again, the Crusaders drive into Evansville territory.
Well
They spent the
executed
whole second
option
half
play.
here.
Yes.
Still no points
Yeah.
up there.
And now we're getting down, well.
And you got 8
must
minutes
get
to
it on
go.
there, right. Let's make the touchdown. It's going to be an interesting 2-point play, isn't it?
Trips left. Browder comes
There it
back.
is.
Got some room now. Fires it out here for
Yes, he
Heinrich.
got him,
him
got him.
open!
Oh!
That time he threw it to the inside, and Heinrich was going to the outside.
Yes.
Oh, he almost got back to it, but just missed it. 2nd and 10.
Distance, it was right, but just inside of him. Oh, he had it too. That's a big play.
16 out of 29, 262 yards passing the football for Nick Browder today.
Is that right?
Yeah. He's had some big plays. They just haven't put anything up there.
Okay.
Jackson with 5 catches. He hadn't caught any this second half. 4 catches for Tolbert, 3 for Heinrichs, 2 for Ozzie. 2nd down and 10. Nick on the option pitches out to Ozzie. Ozzie trying to get around the corner at the 40 to 39. That time they strung it out. No gain on the play.
They had the pressure up there, and Ozzie, on an option, he's supposed to be on the line of scrimmage. His first steps had him 5 yards in the backfield. He can hardly make a pitch that way.
That's going to be 3rd down and 10, maybe 10 and a half. Missed opportunities today for the Crusaders. I guess that's been the story of their home schedule so far, Coach. They have every game they've been in except Whitewater and just haven't been able to get the points they had to have.
Well, we're going to be throwing the ball this time. Let's look for that weak side pressure, that backside man coming on him. Who's going to block?
Bobick, Heinrich,
That'll be over to
Tolbert,
the right
all
side
wide to the right.
Browder
rolls right, stands
Stay
in,
with him.
got
Stay
time,
with him.
fires it out here for Heinrich, intercepted. The ball floated on him, down to the 40 and out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Number 45, Eric Gardner picked it off. The ball kind of floated on Nick that time, and Heinrich couldn't do anything but wait for it to get to him, and Gardner stepped inside and picked it off.
Yep, the ball was underthrown.
1st and 10 at the 45.
Made a good play on it.
Well, now it's serious. Defense has got to do the job one more time and hope that the offense.
First turnover, and they came up with the big play on that one.
2nd turnover. He had fumbled that.
Second, no, that's right.
Back in the 2nd quarter.
Okay.
1st and 10 at the 45. Fish gives it off to Salpetri, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another, and gets himself across the 50 and down to the 48-yard line, picked up 7.
Nice run by Petrie.
Well, Salpetri with a 7-yard pickup will make it 2nd and 3.
It looked like we had him stopped
67 yards, so 10 carries for him today.
Big game.
He's only a freshman. He's from Castle, All-Stater last year from Castle High School when they won the 5A state championship here in Indiana. 2nd and 3 at the 48. Livers goes in motion. Fish. Salpetri, this time he has stood up and out of bounds he goes. I believe that might have been Josh Burning. It was.
All right, good play.
Got a yard out of it. 3rd and 2, a big 3rd down here.
It's a key 3rd down.
Well, Crusaders have to stop them again. The defense has done the job, especially here in the second half. They've really only given up one big drive all day long. Well, 2 big drives for Evansville, but one that got in the end zone.
What apparently is going to happen, even if we stop them here, though, is we're going to lose that field position we were getting at the same time.
That might be an advantage at this point.
Maybe.
It wasn't working.
Right. We made our best march when we were on the 7-yard line.
3rd down and 2. Straight ahead, fumble, the ball loose on the ground, and
Here, let's
Crusaders say, we got it back. Let's see if they did. It looks like it's still going to be Evansville, so they're going to get a chance to kick it away as Kukla, number 34, Carnes, was able to come up with the football.
Oh, I thought they were going to make me eat my words by saying we were going to lose our field position by having it there, and I wish they would have.
So it's going to be 4th down and 3 now, back at the 48.
Well, they're in a tight punt formation here because they know we're going to
turn Ozzie loose, isn't it, one time?
See, there's a difference. All right, let's check up. Don't let that guy come up the middle. Give Ozzie a chance to go here. Rather than go for that block, let's...
Taking his time, taking a long count, trying to get somebody to jump off. 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Keep him jammed. There it is. See, they let them go right up the middle
High
again.
kick. Fair catch called for. Ozzie gets out of the way, hopes it gets to the end zone.
He took it in.
And it's going to be done at the 1-yard line.
Oh,
they downed it at the 1-yard line.
That's twice in a row they let that 60 come untouched from the middle right down the field. Nobody had him.
Crusaders have 99 yards to go. Well, you know, it's kind of interesting. That kid's Shahan's punt has been rolling like heck every time he's kicked it this year, this game, except this time. It didn't run like it normally does, and they got it down at the 1.
Kid made a good play at diving out there and knocking that ball back in. It was a great defensive play.
Well, let's see what the Crusaders come up with. Their offense has struggled today.
But that's just what I was saying in the beginning, that twice they let him come right up the middle, untouched down there, and put pressure on Ozzie. And that time he was able to get down and knock the punt back in.
1st and 10 at the 1 as Browder sets him down. Spins, gives it off to Ozzie, comes out to the 5, to the 6. And he's taken down there, number 26 up to make the play for Evansville. Or make that 25 Brugenschmidt.
That's their big linebacker. He's all over the football field.
2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line for the Crusaders. Need to come up with something. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. They trail 7-0. Browder to Young. Again to the outside, and they get it up to about the 8 or 9 yard line. See where they're going to spot the football. They're going to give him the...
Well, we've decided to put the ball in Ozzie's hands and let him run it.
Gave him the 9, so it's going to be a pickup of 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
All right. Here can be a
This is a critical
crucial
3rd
play,
down right now for the Crusaders.
Well, certainly is. Might be a big time to fake Ozzie up in there and come with a play-action pass.
Now let's see what Nick comes up with.
Either makes you a hero or a heel. There it is.
There's the pass. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. He's trying to go to the tight end, Jackson. Somebody got a hand on it right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah. So it's 4th and 2.
That's a tight end shoot. Tight end blocks and then releases on an outside pattern.
So Kevin Jennings is going to come on again, and the Crusaders are going to have to kick it away one more time. Miller and Woolfolk are deep for Evansville at about the 48-yard line. Snap, no pressure. There's the kick. Nice kick. Floats, comes up to the 45. Woolfolk will dance to the 40. To the outside. And fumbled the football and got on it himself at the 35. Holy mackerel.
We didn't see that fumble.
Nope.
We had a man near there slowing up.
So Evansville will have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Leading 7-0. 4 minutes and 1 second to go in the ball game.
I must have been watching the wrong man, but I thought I saw somebody signal for a fair catch. But apparently I didn't, because nobody else did.
Well, the Crusaders need to come up with something. Evansville hasn't turned it over yet today. They have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Spence, Salpetri, there's nothing there, got a yard. Solvinsky in on that tackle at the bottom of the pile. Saul Shahid in there, and also Andre Murphy. Got a yard out of it, 2nd down and 9.
Well, as we've said before, actually, we haven't put any points on the board, but we are playing much better defense this second half than we did the first, and the whole ball game we're playing better defense.
I have Evansville with 106 yards rushing, Coach, and they don't rush for 100 yards a game on the average, but today they've been able to make it work a little bit.
But what's their passing?
Yeah, they're on down to 110, about half what they normally get there. You got to give up something, don't you?
Yep.
Fish. Quick pitch to the outside to Jenkins, trying to get around the corner. Shahid's got him, and down he goes. Plus, we're going to get a hold, I believe, on Carnes.
But if we break down on those statistics, too, defensively we've been playing well. That's only because we haven't been as effectively offensively this ball game.
That's exactly it.
Because we're putting the ball back in their hands. We've been on the field a lot, too. So, really, those figures are even misleading because the defense has been doing a much better job than that.
Yeah, the hold is going to move it back to about the 45-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 20. 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Clock moving. 7-0 Evansville. Crusaders got to come up with something, and now it's getting really desperate. There you got to turn it loose on defense and get that ball back as quickly as you can, and then you're just going to have to make it happen on offense. Second down and 20.
Make something happen.
Fish goes back. Sal Petrie
Oh,
caught behind. Harrington's got him and throws him down back at the 47.
Okay. All right.
Loss of 2. Third
Yeah, we
down,
were set.
22.
It was good to see John come back in the ball game, and he just proved it.
Overall,
proved it
quietly,
right.
he's had a pretty good year, you know.
Yes. Well, last week against Drake, I think he's the one that's got us going in the defensive line. He started coming on that number 77, Jones, that great tackle, and he started hitting him, putting him in the backfield, and made a couple big plays that they were running off that end all first half and stopped it. It got that defensive movement.
There's timeout on the field, 2:33 to go in the ball game. It's Evansville 7, Valparaiso nothing. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
The Nissan Sentra has a great deal of room, a very smooth ride, and a cabin that's so quiet it might surprise you. The Nissan Sentra.
Indiana 105.
Now you must think I'm blind and I don't smell your new cologne. You don't think I notice all the nights I spend alone.
Romeo, I got to leave. Indiana 105.
Well, we missed one play, a pitch to Sal Petrie, picked up 3. There was a penalty on the play, but the Crusaders turned it down, so it's going to be 4th down and 19 at the 44, and Sheehan's going to have to kick it away again for Evansville, and the Crusaders are at do-or-die time now.
Well, now, once again, whoever's come releasing and getting that free shot from the middle downfield, we have to stop him.
Ozzie stands at about the 10, Ronnie Sazzone up at about the 20. They're taking their time, letting that clock move down as much as they can
And
before
trying
they
to get us
snap it.
to jump off sides. Everybody's sitting in there good.
There's the kick off the side of his foot. Going to be a short kick, going to bounce.
Oh!
Sazzone touched the football. Somebody get on
They
it.
might have it.
I believe Ozzie came over and finally made the thing. Ronnie was going to pick it up, and then it bounced away from him. And he tried to get away from it, and it touched him.
Yeah, he's backing up. He was undecided. That's just the thing I was saying before on the other side. They got to make up their mind as a fielder to get away from that football completely.
So a minute 58, the Crusaders have it at the 17-yard line. 83 yards and a minute 58 to get it done. And then they're going to have to go for 2.
Well, that would have sewn it up for Evansville had we
Yes, it would have.
recovered that ball.
Well, let's see what the Crusaders can come up with. Heinrich and Tolbert wide to the right. Bobek is the wing of the right side. Browner rolls right, wants to throw, stands in, got some time, slips and falls at the 5 or 6 yard line. Tried to put on the brakes and just slipped and fell. A loss of 11. Second down, 21.
Well, there's our first down blues again.
And Valparaiso calls time. We'll take a break. A minute 43 to go in the ball game. Evansville 7, Valparaiso nothing. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
Willard Scott here at the Mohawk brand Excellent Showroom. Let me show you something really neat. One of these is an ordinary carpet. The other is a DuPont Stainmaster with a revolutionary backing system called Spill Block. Now watch this. Voila! The Stainmaster carpet with Spill Block helps keep spills from soaking through. This means cleanup is a lot easier, and it helps reduce odors. Stainmaster carpet with Spill Block is available at Mohawk brand Excellent Showrooms.
Tudor Fashion Floors, Valparaiso. Short-handed due to vacations, family leave, sickness, then your solution is Job Placement Services. JPS takes the guesswork out of employee selection. Applicants go through 3 steps before they are recommended to you. A detailed application starts the process. Then an intensive personal interview, skills testing, and evaluation. Finally, all references are checked so you only see qualified applicants who fit your requirements. For short-term, temporary, or long-term permanent employees, call Job Placement Services, 462-7894.
All right, here we go. Back we go, 1:43 to go in the ball game. 7-0 Evansville. Crusaders needed a first down in the worst way. Second down, 21. Back at the 6-yard line. Crowder goes straight back. Wants to throw. Stands in. He's hit and dropped as he throws, and it's going to be an incompleted pass. And again, he is hit from the backside just as he stepped up to throw. Number 53 had him around the ankles. For Evansville, that is Matt Martin.
Yeah, they looked for a minute like Nick had plenty of time to throw that football, stepping up, and the guy come down low. I didn't even see him, tripped him up just as he was stepping up to throw the ball.
So a big third down and 21 at the 6-yard line for the Crusaders with 1:38 to go in the ball game.
Their pressure has certainly paid off for them.
Has it ever?
We have not been able to pick it up in there.
Crowder rolls left this time, trying to get himself some time. Fires, got Heinrich wide open at the 25 and out of bounds at about the 28 or 9. Well, did he get out of bounds or didn't he? Yeah, he did. They're going to spot it at about the 28-yard line, a pickup of 22, and just enough for a first down. He had to get 21. He got 22.
Well, that was a big play for us. Obviously, we needed to keep our drive alive. Got the ball clock stopped, got the first down, and got us new life.
So 1st and 10, Valparaiso, 1:31 to go. They go with the hurry-up offense now, no huddle. Boback and Young back there with Nick in the shotgun. Tolbert right, Heinrich left. Well, they say he wasn't out of bounds. They start the clock. Browder goes back. Fires it out here for Heinrich. Got him, and out of bounds he goes up at about the 36 and 37. Well, pick up an 8 there.
Yeah, I'm still dumbfounded that other one. Heinrich was walking along inside the sideline there. How we say he wasn't out of bounds.
Heinrich's 5th catch of the day.
I couldn't figure out when you said we come up and we're in a quick, formation. I said,
well, I couldn't either.
No need to do that with the clock stop.
Clock was moving.
The clock wasn't stopped.
Second down, about 2 for the Crusaders. Crowder trying to make something happen here and get them in the end zone. Goes back. One pumps, fakes. Now goes to Heinrich. Wide open. Got him at the 40.
Oh, no
fumble the football. Do they say he had it or not?
Call incomplete pass.
What are they going to call? Incomplete from the other side or not?
I think it's an incomplete
I don't think he
pass.
had it, but yeah, incomplete's finally going to be the call, but the officials were not very sure of themselves, were they?
No, they weren't. That wasn't an immediate call.
They were all looking at each other like, now what do you think?
Frankly, that's one of those calls that could have went either way.
Yep. Heinrich took a big-time hit as he made the catch. The question is, did he have control and did he get both feet down?
He got it hit in the ball.
3rd down and 2.
In the open side.
Minute 17. At the 36-yard line of Evansville, or of Crusaders. They get it out to Heinrich again. Diving catch. He made it up at about the 43-yard line.
Outstanding catch on the part of Heinrich
down.
That time. He laid that body full out, caught the ball, and he got both feet inside you.
1st down and 10.
Beautiful play.
299 yards unofficially passing the ball today for Nick Browder. 6 catches now for Scotty Heinrich.
We must be in minus in the rushing with the losses.
Oh, yeah, we're down to 23, though. It's not as bad as it was.
No.
We had it down to a minus 12 at one point. And they got sacked again.
So we don't have any more here. We don't need it here.
Well, we won't be seeing many rushing plays here.
We're doing much better from the shotgun formation. We're keeping a few more people in the block.
Browder going back. Here comes the blitz. Throws it out here, and he's got his man open on that middle screen again to Tolbert. It was wide open here on the left side. And Nick overthrew it. It's 2nd down and 10.
Well, they're coming with everybody. We're keeping people in the block now and only sending out 1 or 2 receivers.
19 out of 37, 299 yards for Nick Browder today.
At that time, we forced them to throw it high yet. That's what they got their hands up, which they should be doing.
Minute 10 to go in the ball game. 2nd down 10 at the 43 for the Crusaders. Evansville has had the full flat-out blitz every
Here
play
we
just
go,
about.
Rich.
Here comes another one. Browder stands in, fires for Tolbert. He's got him, and he caught a drop behind the line of scrimmage as he tried to make a move.
They came with 8 people that time.
And Tolbert, they've been able to do this, Coach, and
Yes.
still be able to cover the receivers. Tolbert ends up losing a yard.
One of those, that's right. But had he not made that tackle, he's got a chance of running that whole field because we've got 8 men up here. There's only 2 men left, and one of them's way over here. If they keep doing this, one of these we could break for a big play or possibly a score. That's the difference. You're taking a gamble. And you come with that
55
many
seconds to go in the ball game. 7-0 Valparaiso. 3rd down and 11. And again, you're in the situation where the clock obviously is your enemy. And you got to worry about the clock to some degree, Coach. But right now, you better be thinking first downs.
Yep. Oh, yes. You've got to. Well, I can't tell you what a key open field tackle that was for the Evansville man. How important that was.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Evansville defense has really surprised me. They have bottled up. I mean, the Crusaders have gotten some yardage, 298 yards passing for Nick Browder today, but they have not really, I mean, they haven't given up any scores. He's been down there twice, but hasn't been able to get anything in the end zone.
Well, they've also got a lot of big losses on us, and then we hurt ourselves with some real key penalties at the wrong time. But even with their aggressive play, we've had 1st and 14, 1st and 20.
3rd down and 11 at the 42. Nick rolls left, wants to throw, stands, fires it out here. Heinrich got him at the 44 and out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
No, he's not out of bounds.
Yep, they're going to have to hurry.
Yeah. Line up on the ball. Come on.
14-yard pickup.
We got the 1st down. You can just throw the ball on the ground if you have to.
1st down and 10.
What's that guard looking at? Just get up and get on the ball. Oh, come on.
Browder goes back, wants to throw, stands. He's got Heinrich behind him. Got him!
Oh,
down he goes at the 20-yard line.
I thought he was throwing the ball away, and all of a sudden here come Hendricks.
24-yard pickup.
They got 1 man deep behind Rundage and 1 man playing Hendricks man-to-man right now, and he's still making the catches.
150 yards on 8 catches today for Scott Heinrich.
Ball's going to move
40
again.
seconds.
The difference is that we're keeping people in the block right now, and only, like I said, there goes 2 receivers out.
Browder, Heinrich got him at the 10. Still his feet down to the 5, and still struggling, and down at the 4-yard line.
All right.
Scott
Boy, we're
Heinrich.
eating up the clock. I'm saying, my God, fall down. Or go in the end zone.
1st and goal at the 4.
I don't know what Rich I really wanted to happen there. Beautiful job, 29 seconds. All right, got plenty of time.
Plenty of time from the 4, 1st down and goal for the Crusaders. Browder, back, Heinrich, touchdown! A diving catch in the corner of the end zone.
Gorgeous, 1:23 in 1 minute, we marched that ball down the field.
Scott
All right,
Heinrich
now
just made,
here's the key, two-point play.
that was the Scott Heinrich drive. Coach, he made the last
That sure
4
was,
catches
yes.
and 7 in that drive. 7 times he caught the football from Nick Browder.
And a couple of those were outstanding catches in there.
10
That
catches, 170 yards, I have unofficially.
Yes.
23 seconds to go, and now you go for 2. This is the win, or you...
And everybody in the ballpark, including the parents of the Evansville players, knew we were going to be throwing the football to.
12-play, 83-yard drive for the Crusaders, and it started
All right, here,
with a sack.
big one. Here goes the
Going for
two-point
2.
play. I
Browder
wonder who we're going to throw it to. Guess
goes
who we're
back,
gonna throw it to.
in
There
trouble,
it is.
fires for Heinrich! Knocked away and out of bounds, it's no good. And Josh Miller knocked it away.
Evansville celebrating.
7-6, 23 seconds to go.
Well,
Nick Browder real slow getting up out there. I'm not sure of dejection or if
I think it's dejection as much as anything.
or if he got
else.
hit. I'm not sure he got hit that time. They did come in from the backside. Well, now you got your onside kick with 23 seconds. What a wild, wild finish. Nick Browder has hit. Yeah, let's see here. 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23 out of 41 for 356 yards. finally got the touchdown, but they failed on the extra 2.
Right.
It's now a 7-6 Evansville advantage.
That would have.
Well, he knew he was going to Heinrich, and
you
it
know
looked for a minute like he was going there.
I thought that for a minute that would have been a time for that tight end delay there with him going in there.
Heinrich with 10 catches today for 170 yards unofficially. He is second in the conference coming in with average yardage per game. Second in the conference in receiving. Well, I knew you'd ask that. Now I'm going to have to find that stuff again.
Trying to watch this onside kick.
Chris Druin of Evansville, the guy that's not here today, actually was leading the conference.
Well, we should see a lot of running backs and offensive ends up in the front line for us now.
Evansville has 10 guys up within 10 yards
and look
of the line.
at the numbers on those people up front. They're all running backs and defensive ends. Offensive ends.
10 men up.
Good hands.
For the onside kick from...
There's not an offensive lineman in there.
Cameron Hatton.
Nor should there be.
Nope. There it is. It's bouncing around. It's still loose. But I believe Evansville's going to have it, and it's academic then at this point. 23 seconds to go. And the Crusaders...
It'll be tough to fumble it on a quarterback sneak or far back kneeing, really.
And the Crusaders are going to go down for the 4th time this year, all 4 at home. Can you believe that? First and 10 at the 48. And Drake handled Dayton today, and next week the Crusaders get Dayton. Our next broadcast, we'll have one more.
Beat Dayton?
Yep. Our next one will be in 2 weeks as Fish just takes a knee. And the Crusaders cannot stop the clock, so Evansville's going to win it. 2 weeks we'll have Kentucky Wesleyan, and that'll wrap up our season. But the Crusaders have lost a tough one today to the Aces of Evansville by the score of 7-6. Bill and I will be back in a moment to talk about this one and wrap it up. The final score once again, Evansville 7, Valparaiso 6. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
Valparaiso Orthopedic Clinic has been the leader in treating sports injuries and orthopedic surgery in Northwest Indiana for over 20 years. Doctors Malater, Leland, Toma, Luker, Kruska, and Cabe utilize the latest in diagnostic and surgical techniques to treat athletes and enhance their performance. Computerized tracking of injuries and outcomes help speed the athlete's return to activity. A free sports injury assessment clinic at 8 a.m. each Saturday to local athletes. With locations in Valparaiso, Portage, and Chesterton, Valparaiso Orthopedic Clinic is your sports medicine team in Northwest Indiana. Sports Medicine Hotline 462-0700.
For one-stop savings on the full Ford line,
check out Burrill Ford Lincoln Mercury.
With our great prices and a huge selection of new and used cars, trucks, and vans.
We've satisfied over 50,000 customers during our 31 years in business.
Burrill's commitment to customer satisfaction has earned us Ford's coveted Distinguished Achievement Award for 20 years.
And that commitment extends to our state-of-the-art body shop and our award-winning service department.
For savings, satisfaction, and service, check out Burrill Ford Lincoln Mercury.
On US 30 in Valparaiso.
Easy to find.
Tough to beat.
Porter Memorial Hospital offers the services of experienced healthcare professionals and the most advanced medical technologies. With a comprehensive system of healthcare services and facilities, Porter Memorial Hospital is truly a leader in Northwest Indiana and a leader in healthcare.
Well, back we are, Dick Harlan and Bill Cook, where the Valparaiso Crusaders were losers today to the Evansville Aces by the score of 7-6, Coach. And it was just a simple matter of the offense moving the ball all over the field during the ball game, but just never been able to get anything in the end zone until it was too late.
No, too many mistakes at crucial times for us today on penalties that placed us in bad position after we gained the first drive. We run our 7-yard line and we drove that ball down to the 10-yard line. And then we've got that call on Heinrichs pushing off on a defensive back. That really hurt us at that point. But all day long, like you said, but both teams were very effective defensively in blitzing. Nick has got to be ribs. They played a xylophone on his ribs today from the backside, and that pressure. Finally, when we went back to the shotgun, and what we did, we kept 9 people in and only sent 2 receivers out on the last couple drives, and that's how we finally stopped them and were able to complete some passes going down the field.
Well, if you'd have said coming into this ball game that Valparaiso was going to hold Eric Fish to 110 yards passing on the day, you would have figured that the Crusaders are going to win this ball game pretty easy, but that's not the way it worked. Nick Browder had a big day. I have him unofficially coached 23 out of 41, 356 yards, but a minus 23 yards rushing, and most of that came as the result of sacks against Browder. He must have been sacked at least 6 or 7 times in this ball game.
Yes. A combination of sacks and then combination of penalties that we placed on ourselves at bad times put us in a hole too many times that we were unable to pull ourselves out of.
Well, I have down here the Browder lost yardage on 10 plays today, and I think all of those were sacks. So you figure he got sacked something like 10 times, and that's tough for any quarterback. I don't care who he is.
And they were all coming from the backside.
Yep.
Where we knew they were going to, where they were coming from, so we all knew where it was going to come from. The key to it today, too, is that the only positive thing is that defensively we played much better.
Much better.
And aggressively in the second half, more aggressively in the second half than we did in the first. But in the first half, I think they had possession of the football a lot, and our defense put them out on a 1-2-3 and a number of times, which kept us in the ball game.
Well, the Crusaders just didn't get it done today. We'll have a look at the statistics after we take this time out. The score again was Evansville 7, Valparaiso 6. You're watching Valparaiso Crusader football.
At the Valparaiso Physician and Surgery Center, we're dedicated to delivering high-quality healthcare services. Located in Chandana Point, the Surgery Center is a high-tech and high-touch outpatient facility with an expertly trained staff. You're welcomed by the lobby's home-like setting where family members can wait. Also available, walk-in urgent care, physician offices, and occupational medicine. We do x-rays, electrocardiograms, low-dose mammography, medical laboratory, and other diagnostic tests. The Valparaiso Physician and Surgery Center and the Family Practice Network of Physicians are affiliated with St. Anthony Medical Center, Crown Point. If you're enjoying this game and you're a business person, you can become part of the action. Just call Advertising, Marketing, and Promotions for all the details on becoming a sponsor of upcoming telecasts. Your ad will be seen and heard by the large and growing audience of these local sports telecasts. Just call 477-5803 for all the information. That's 477-5803. And if you'd like a copy of tonight's telecast, Advertising, Marketing, and Promotion have them available for a small fee. Call 477-5803. The latest state-of-the-art computers, technicians trained to handle the newest advancements in automotive technology, complete car service from brakes and shocks to fuel injection and emission repairs, a service staff with over 100 years of combined experience, and all at low competitive prices. At Co-op Car Care, they can tune your engine, computer balance and rotate your tires, full tire and wheel alignment, replace your brakes, and much, much more. Whatever your car care needs, your answer is Co-op Car Care on Roosevelt Road, Valparaiso. Take One Video is not just another video store featuring over 10,000 titles. Tuesday is Senior Citizens Day. Wednesday is Ladies' Day, and Thursday, 2-for-1 Thursday. Plus, with the Take One Video punch card, you'll get a free movie every time you rent 10. Call 462-0098 to get guaranteed reservation on your favorite movies. VCR repair available. Take One Video, 6 Morgan Boulevard, Valparaiso. Just in, Pulp Fiction, Major Payne, Losing Isaiah, Kiss of Death, and Billy Madison.
Well, back we are. Dick Harlan, Bill Cook, 7-0 the final. The Evansville Aces defeat the Valparaiso Crusaders. Coach, you've been in this position. The Crusaders now have to get ready to take a big 6-hour road trip and play Dayton at their place next week, and that's always a tough one. I understand Dayton got beat today by Drake, so they're going to be in second place in the conference, their first loss of the year, but it's going to be a tough task for the Crusaders to get back and play against them.
That's right. Dayton is a perennial power in football, and that's underestimating the call, year in and year out. And now they had the one loss. I'm almost sorry to see them lose to them today because
they'll be
I'd
mad,
rather see them riding high. Yeah, they're ready to come back.
Well, the Crusaders will go over there, and I'm sure they're going to give a good account of themselves. It's been a hard luck team this year. They came in with so many expectations this year, I know, and people thought that they had a legitimate chance to win the conference. And they've lost 4 home games, and only one of them they got blown out in. That was the Whitewater game. They definitely should have lost. Everything else they could have won, but they didn't.
They've been in the ball games last week. I hope it's a turn for the defense. The second half, as we said last week, they played good defensive ball. They played better defensive ball again today. The thing the coaches had to build on is the fact that they come back. They were in the ball game against Drake and possibly could have won it. Drake goes down and beats Dayton right now. You have to forget about this ball game and build on that, saying we can do the same thing coming back in here.
Statistically in the game today, unofficially, 19 first downs for the Crusaders to 11 for Evansville. Passing, Browder 23 out of 41, 356 yards. Eric Fish 12 out of 22 for 110. Rushing in the ball game, Evansville 105 yards. Valparaiso minus 23. 215 yards total offense for Evansville, 333 for Valparaiso. They dominated the statistics, but they lost the one it counted. That's up on the scoreboard, 7-6. We won't see you for a couple of weeks. Our next telecast here on cable television will be on November 15th on Multimedia Cablevision in Porter County, Channel 23. If you are with us on Channel 16 U.S. Cable in Lake County, our next telecast will be on November 16th. Here on Channel 16, and we hope you'll join us for that. Hope you enjoyed the ball game again today. The final score was Evansville 7, Valparaiso 6. A game presented by the Sports Shop, the Foul Ball, South Lake Dodge Nissan, R.W. Bayard and Company, Valparaiso Physician and Surgery Clinic, Burrell Ford, University Book Center, Co-op Car Care, Buck Suzuki and Yamaha, Valparaiso Orthopedic Clinic, Tudor Fashion Floors, Job Placement Services, Take One Video, Downtown Valparaiso Business Association, Indiana 105, Advertising, Marketing, and Promotions, and Porter Memorial Hospital. Until next time, this is Dick Harlan. Have a good day, everybody.